feedback.
We got feedback.
Oh no.
No. No. Sorry about that, everyone.
Be very quiet. No, I'm kidding. Welcome to Yes and Dragons.
Yay.
We are Chicago's #1 live play, actual play, coming to you live from Chicago Role Players Guild in the #1 community area in the entire city of Chicago, Rogers Park, where you can come play too. So, yeah, everybody, if you think this looks cool, it really does look cool because it actually is. Freaking come play. Do it. I dare you, nerd. Okay. So, yeah, I'm Jaime. I am the GM, and now I'll turn it over to the players. You guys can introduce yourselves. Start with Parker.
Parker Thompson. I play Sam Serif.
I'm Esther, English Arkell. I play Nadezhda Irinsu, who has to make some very difficult decisions about who she wants to be.
My name's Libby Kraemer. I play Cordelia Freijst, who has already made a series of difficult decisions, one after the other.
I'm Carissa Lehning, and I play Shibble. Coming out of my cage and hoping everything is just
Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, let's do our Chicago fact.
I got you.
Okay.
So, yesterday, April 29th, 2026, Hazina, a female Eastern Black Rhino calf, made her public debut at the Lincoln Park Zoo, which, if you live in Chicago, or even if you don't, and you happen to be here, you can go to for free. She's 6 weeks old. Actually, she and I share a birthday, turns out, which is really cute.
That is really cute.
I did not realize that until
my
this moment.
God.
But yeah, you can go see her, and she comes out probably not that often in the day, but at some points in the day. So
break into the zoo at night.
Yeah, do it. I dare you.
Jappy just redeemed Spend the Fear.
Oh,
We haven't gotten there yet. I'll
he
do it
and
at
the
the
rhino
beginning.
sharing a birthday today?
he says too much fear. Just get rid of it.
A rhino shows up.
Just get rid of it.
Don't worry. There's so much to come.
Turns out
Jeffrey.
that thing you killed was a baby rhino.
Oh,
Who's the
no.
last one left in Vescarre?
You brought it from Vex.
No.
It's
Lady
so-
Monks had it imported.
Oh,
to
yeah,
the-
for sure.
that returns to
For sure, that absolutely is true.
building.
You know that there are so many, like, there might be other meat moths out there. Like, you know,
I think that's also what some of the aquariums were for.
they literally, yeah.
Smuggled, is they were just shooting them with guns.
Yeah. No, like I got to the aquarium thing by going through the route of, like, yeah. And that's why Shibble has mentacles.
Work isn't over until we eradicate a species.
That's why it's the final phrase challenge is you must eradicate a species.
Wow.
That's not canon.
The 12-step program of phrase.
The wall just says like blue-footed booby, passenger pigeon crossed off.
Wow, imagine if you were putting species against each other.
Like Pokemon,
Yeah, like Pokemon.
but it's the last of its kind.
Yeah. There's a word for that. What's the word for endling? Yeah. For the last, it's really sad actually.
Oh
like
my god.
in honest truth, it makes me cry a little bit. But
So it's not canon, but that's Chappie's fear spent honored in this moment.
oh yeah. So who was gonna do the summary?
Also, Eden says that.
Oh, Eden, hello. Oh, Eden, also, I sent you a message on Reddit if you happen to get on there at some point. And if you have already, then I haven't checked in the last 2 or 3 days, so I apologize. But yeah.
Okay, last week, the new Morella, a slippery character called Nadezhda, came to Sam's house in Sam's car and made Sam get in with the rest of us. Except for Shibble, who was in their crate. And and told us that one of our friends was missing and would be returned to us if we did them a service, which was finding the
shipping manifest from the stopgap before Eldon Oswald gets to it.
And we told them they had to narrow it down on the which friend is missing because...
But they didn't.
No. So, and they also declined to pay Nadezhda, so she stole a pen and a notebook full of embarrassing scenarios that Leo Monks was in. We went to the Freijst compound,
One of them, Grandfather's Tower.
grandfather's tower, and Sam opened up a wall with the new ability and
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
found a bunch of essentially Freijst serfs who served the Freijsts as like families under them and had whole farms under the Freijst grandfather tower. And
It's like
See-
butlers and maids and
Yes.
children.
And people whose entire job is just to wash cars.
and seemed really attached to the Freijsts.
And
I'm
there
sure
was a
that
guy whose
won't
entire
be-
job was to do that.
That won't be taken advantage of at the end of the episode. Anyway,
Forgot of a guy.
I did make a wiki article for Enema.
we did go to a place. They said that Cordelia, as a Freijst, is welcome to the stopgap.
A fear on the summer?
On Enema Guy?
Enema guy.
I'll include Enema Guy in the summary, and I didn't want to.
Chappie says just starting a collection.
Yeah, yeah.
Threw me off. Okay. The Freijst serfs said that Cordelia was welcome to the stopgap should she pass the test, which required a drop of blood and a drop of blood from her and from another member of the family.
Specifically a blood man.
Yeah, I offered to marry one of them, but they said it wouldn't work.
So, we checked out what else we could fix because we couldn't find another member of the family. Nadezhda went up to the top of the tower, found some old batteries, magical batteries, and was a little battery charger for them.
You got
And
super
felt-
high.
Got super high doing it. Sam got sucked into a computer screen. Cordelia went into the trials, which involved sacrificing her journal, which got beamed mentally to both Sam and Nadezhda, who fully took advantage of it. And then essentially got slowly gassed to death in a room while Sam did battle with various firewalls
Mhm.
and tried to
And Abraham Lincoln.
sneak past antivirus software. I'm not sure there was anything else that happened, really. Oh, yeah.
Wow, revisionist
Libby
history.
spends a fear on getting Esther to own up to what she did.
Argent came and stormed the property. Nadezhda hid, finding that there was no panic room for the serfs to hide in, and that the three ska band members, Blue, Tanner, and something else,
And ran it.
Ravenet, were absolutely no help. Maybe a little help in
I
communication.
think one of them
with the
kept
groups.
the enema guy away from me, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really
Uh,
important job.
Turned herself into Tamsin, and what I realize now was the wrong impression to do.
But it was so good.
Was
Hindsight.
immediately
I want to be
arrested.
clear about what happened here. So you said, I'm actually Tamsin. And they said, that's not possible if he's in jail. And you said, I'll prove it. And turned yourself into Tamsin. And they said, well, obviously we're going to arrest you now.
Nadezhda
Incredible.
yelled, attack.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that Jaime, as the DM, made the choice to have only the children attack an armed security person. Nadezhda used one of her powers to get the drop on the security person and push them off the roof, and then grabbed one kid and teleported back off the tower. After charging the batteries a little more so that Sam could get spit back out after taking just an enormous amount of damage. How
Mhm.
much? 37 points?
36.
Yeah.
36. And Cordelia could complete the trial, walk into her
Not walk.
Crawl.
horribly with triple disadvantage into her grandfather's office, hit the switch that was supposed to kill the other person competing in the trial. There was no other person. No one died.
It's probably
She
fine.
made the
Probably.
only morally uncomplicated choice in this whole game. And
And she still had a hard time making it.
found a safe full of
Oh no, yeah.
Freijst, supposedly the Freijst secret. Finally, Nadezhda sitting at the bottom of the Freijst towers looking with one child soldier. Oops. Thinking that she made a real mess of things now that she's no longer high. For the gunshot, and the oldest family retainer, Mathella,
Who's
body
kind of their leader.
fell to the ground in front of her. So we could have played it better.
I think it went great. But no joke, I think it went great.
Here we are. Jaime, please continue our story.
Okay, so we open not where we immediately left off, but instead we open in the office of the newest ardent CEO, where you, Shibble,
Shibboleth.
Shibble,
Born
Our-
dead.
Shibble.
are in your crate.
The crates in Leo Monk's office.
No, it's in your office.
Wait, I'm the new CEO.
No, did I say that? I meant to say new executive
Oh,
member.
okay.
Sorry, I apologize.
Turns out we pushed that button. You became CEO, Arden.
My bad. No,
Cordelia was born
the
today.
newest member of the C-suite has in your expansive office that consists of several other apartments where you have a sensory room and a crate. You have been locked in your crate by Leo monks. How are you passing this time?
What's in the crate with me?
What would you bring?
Did she give me a couple of toys?
I'm certain she gave you stuff. There's no question. I'm gonna guess it's like paperwork.
I also feel like the personal chef is still around.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Passing you food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the goats when you like scotch upon out like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Again for some escargot.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's French.
It's soup. Handfuls of soup through the bars of your crate. Your crate is the size of a small bedroom.
But it still has a little small entrance.
Yeah. With a water bottle,
I'm just imagining trying to pick up really hot soup in your hand.
He has a line of people passing it.
I think as you're
bucket brigade, you get to the back. So
Yeah.
finally, you get the cool soup in your hands.
the
Then back to the scalding.
the Tortulian chef is like, what are you doing? That is soup.
It's soup time.
Yes, it is soup time. Use a utensil. You know, kitchen tools.
Silly straw.
You want it with a straw? Okay, I can do this. He whips out a fucking crazy ass silly straw. Does a balloon animal thing on it. Does your face. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna
Strong silly.
It's
on a
long.
finesse check 18. He does a really good impression of you drinking a straw.
I think the straw goes all the way to a big pot of soup that's on the stove.
Yeah.
It's 30 feet long.
Yeah, and it cools down the soup along the way. And it's the big kind of straw that you drink
The
both.
bubble?
Yeah.
So I can get the
Yeah, you get the chunks. Yeah, for sure.
I don't need to be in the rest of this campaign. If you need to just make it just Shibble, I'm fine with that.
Just Shibble drinking soup. I'm here.
I mean, I think we need a mukbang episode. Of all the
Oh my
we've
God,
had.
you're right. You're right, actually.
Campaign.
Oh my God, that's such a really good idea. Bookmark that self in the future when I'm watching this later to edit it.
Cakes of different
Patreon.
colors.
Yeah, for sure.
Eel sandwiches. Soup through a boba straw.
This is like the concept of in 7th grade, we had a biology banquet where we had to eat one of everything we had dissected over the year.
No.
I don't like
Oh.
that.
An owl pellet?
No, that's third grade stuff, Jaime.
I did that in
Not
seventh grade.
They
grade
have like
stuff.
Sam's made of cheese.
A frog, a crawdad, a bunch of
Yogurts.
non-invertebrate things, a cricket.
Tube meat.
Oh, tube meat. Yeah. So that's where I got a little concerned for a moment, but then I realized I really like those like fish sauce. Anyway, we can get that. We got it. Yeah. So
Someone asked, "Do they spend fear in a mukbang?"
Yeah,
that's Eric.
Yeah, it's to make us drink Malort or something.
Oh my God, that's a really good idea. Oh yeah. Yes, for real.
So
anyway.
Shibble is eating soup.
Shibble is eating soup.
Soupy time.
In your cage in the Shibble like enrichment area of the office. And in wanders Leo Monks. God damn it, no. Your brother.
Leo
Irinsu. There we go.
Oh, Leilu should adopt him just to make it really confusing.
Leilu's dead.
Yeah, unfortunately. And he just sort of like crosses his arms and crosses his legs, leans against the door, watching you eat soup. And he's like, "Hey, you good?
Never better.
You want to get out of there?"
Oh, I can get out of here. It's not locked.
It is.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's locked.
well, when one door closes.
You love doors. What did a door do to you?
What have doors done to you? That's the question.
Right now, there are no doors for me.
Exactly. And isn't that so freeing?
It is. I think you might deserve a little freedom. I want to bet.
You want to bet?
Yeah.
What'd you bet on?
I bet Leia would forget you were in here. She did.
How long has Shibble been in here at this point?
Like 6 hours.
Yeah.
Like you got put in here at like 6 a.m. No, not even like 4 a.m. because what's her face showed up at around like 9.
Yeah. 8:30.
Yeah, 8:30ish. So it's not even, God, it hasn't even been that long. It's been like 4 hours. You've been in the crate.
In my mind, Shibble was left alone in this office for 15 minutes before his behavior forced them to put them in the crate.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Your enrichment toys are like like all over the floor, just scattered, and like
The corner of your desk may or may not have been chewed on.
it may or may not still be wet from being chewed on.
Oh no.
You can't tell if it's that or soup. It's really hard to tell.
I have bigger problems at the moment, so carry on.
And Leo walks over, flips the lock, opens the door, and is like, "Do you want to ride?"
You want some soup?
Yeah. He takes the straw. It's so big. It's a feeding tube. It's like almost as thick as a mentacle. You could have opened this with your mentacles, by the way, very easily.
I know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it hasn't been that long.
No. Plus, you got extra rest.
Yeah.
I also picture that even though it says I have an apartment, there's still one of those openings on top that you get in like a crate. Just
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. And definitely, there's a water bottle. Definitely, there's like a corner with cedar chips. Like you have a couple in your fur right now. They're just sort of like usually hanging like packing peanuts. And he's gonna let you take his car. And he's gonna say, "I heard that your friends, people I don't care about,
Uh-huh.
your friends
Uh-huh.
are getting into a little trouble."
Oh,
I didn't tell her yet.
who?
Leu.
Oh. Why are you telling me if you don't care?
I don't know. Shut up. Kicks you in the shit.
Did that make you feel better?
No. Does it again. I don't like her. She's really mean.
So quit.
I can't.
Why not?
I just can't.
What, like, will you die?
No.
What's worse?
I won't ever die.
Uh-huh.
Mortality is crazy, especially to a 14-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like on some level he's like, well, I'm never going to die anyway because I'm 14. So
Yeah,
mentally,
yeah,
like,
there's that.
Maybe you should journal about it.
What do you know? Have you been reading my journal?
No.
new mission.
Good, because I don't have one.
Okay.
Idiot.
Believe you.
Do you want to take my car?
Sure. Are you coming with?
No.
Why not?
I have to go fix the spell grid. Ha ha ha.
Okay.
Because I'm sorcerer.
Can Shibble try?
No, not at all. I was giving you.
Who's going to get in the car?
He's giving you the driver, a driver with the car.
Oh, okay.
You're not just getting the car. I think in this world you don't really get a car so much as you get a car and somebody to drive it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then he's like, turns around, starts speaking like fluent Dortulian, and asks for another bowl of soup. And the chef is like, "Oh, of course,"
Yeah,
which is we're gonna say that's fluent Dortulian. It's not an accent; it's actually just the language. Yeah, so we're gonna cut from there to you are being driven to the edge of a dead zone. In the spell grid. This is where you guys looked at some of the fallen buildings as you were about to enter the Hyphatia travel network. So, you oh yeah, but BCs would be a good mukbang. Sorry. And from there, you know that your friends. He basically gives you like a small lowdown that he has accessed some files that maybe he shouldn't have from Nadezhda,
Attaboy.
and got some information about what was happening, and tells you that Eldon's sending a team out later today. They're probably already there. By the time you get there, they'll definitely be there.
Who's Eldon?
He's the chief of security.
But I was chief of security.
No, you're chief of her security. He's
It's
the
a
chief
picture of me.
of all security.
Does that make Alvin their boss?
In a manner of speaking, yeah. It's a separate thing because it's sort of like a separate contract, but yeah, spiritually your boss.
Okay.
Yeah. And he kicks you in the shin, and he's like, "Sorry, but only a little bit." And he hugs you really hard.
Aw.
He says, "Don't tell anybody I said anything."
I'm gonna ruffle his hair.
Stop it. Hate it.
He doesn't hate it.
He's gonna journal about it. No, he's not.
You need to steal that journal.
We cut from that moment to you are walking through a destroyed the eastern side of High Arcadia is where these towers were that were like most of the destruction within High Arcadia that affected buildings happened there. And you guys walked past there, like I said, before you went to Hyphatia, and you knew that this is where there were some Freijst towers, because they overlooked New Harbor, which is like the Freijst built a lot of New Harbor. And you walk through there. It's a disaster zone completely. There's no magical access here at all. And you indeed see a vehicle This is I'm sorry, it's not even a vehicle. They can't drive. They have to walk. So you see, like, standing outside of a destroyed Freijst tower, a group of security guards that look familiar to you. And they're not wearing official Ardent stuff. They're wearing like private military stuff. Yeah. So we cut from that to you're standing behind a topiary
With a child.
with a child. In front of you, a dead body and another dead body. There is her name was Doss, DOSS. She is the one you pushed off. And next to her is Mathella's body. There you could see, like, on the 6 stories up that where the battery was, you can see people sort of looking over the edge trying to see what's happening. And we'll go from there to you
Mhm.
are standing in your
Non-standing.
sorry, you are heavily leaning
Holding onto the
yeah,
desk.
yeah, in your grandfather's
They're not chewing on a
That's the
desk.
reveal.
actually we'll leave that real quick. We'll go to you real quick first.
Okay.
You're barely conscious in the what do we call it, the vestibule, I believe.
That sounds right.
And you're surrounded by some people. You're bleeding pretty hard. You guys, the two of you, can sort of decide what you're gonna be doing from these sort of inflection moments while we do your scene here. And I'm assuming you're gonna walk up to those people. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Okay. So we go to Cordelia in her grandfather's office. This is a space that your father didn't ever use.
Mm-hmm.
He kept it. He kept it up, like it's maintained. But your dad and his dad had very little to do with each other.
Understandable.
And the office is austere, but also like weirdly dark austere, like lots of dark mahogany wood, and smells like leather and like old dusty leather and gross.
Like a boot store.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're standing in this sort of like a panel had opened, and you'd walked into this little hallway, and this is where like the archive is. The main entrance to this office space is still closed.
Mm-hmm.
Did we establish that you knew anything about the people? I don't believe we did.
That are here?
That are here.
I don't even know there's anyone here.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
It's
Just want to make sure.
for all I'm concerned, it's literally just me in the world.
So, I think this is where Tanner or Ravenet
Yeah.
runs in.
From behind?
No,
From the
main door.
How did he know?
That not get in. Sorry, they just start knocking.
Oh. Hello?
Um,
I can't open the door. I'm sorry.
you're in here?
Yeah.
Oh God, I've been looking for you.
Yeah.
Something really bad's happening.
What?
There's like people here. They have guns
Oh, that's not
and
good.
badges and cameras. There were
Oh,
pirate children.
what?
I don't know anything that's happening. It's horrifying. I can't get this door open.
Can you pick locks?
No. I sing a cappella ska.
Okay, let me do a
Ska cappella.
let me do a spell about it. Can I cast
Which of
spells
you does
right
the
now?
trumpet noises is my question.
I mean, you're inside. Can't you crawl over?
Me being able to open the door at triple disadvantage is less likely
might
than
just
me
be a normal
destroying the
door.
door at triple disadvantage, I think.
Well,
Because every action to move something in the last several turns has required me to roll a finesse. Although I guess I'd still have to roll one. So I'll try to drag myself over there and
Well,
open the door.
before we go there, I want to establish what is in this archive.
Okay.
You are surrounded by a bunch of documents.
Uh-huh.
Just so many documents, like truly so many documents. Files, folders, individual papers. wall, like the walls are just cubby holes full of information. You now know there are people there, that people are waiting for you, and you will have to leave likely.
Can I close the archive door?
There is no clear door on the archive. It simply was a panel that fell.
Hmm. Is there like a instruction manual for hiding the archive? It's clearly not always visible.
Give me you're looking for something in this room, but I don't know. You've been in this room, you know the room, but you don't like the room.
Yeah, I don't like
What-
the room, and I know that last time I was here, I didn't see that. So
Yes, yeah.
I do know.
Give me a knowledge roll then.
At triple disadvantage.
No,
Oh,
at double disadvantage.
okay.
Slightly recovering.
That's
Okay. Whew, it's not gonna be good. 12 plus 2, 14, minus 6, 8,
Poker fear.
minus 4.
4?
4 with hope.
A 4 with hope. You're on the ground looking around, and you're like, something's weird.
Yeah,
Something's weird in this room.
something's weird. Ravenet, I don't know what to tell you. It's a weird room. I'm not coming out, and you're not coming in. I think this is the safest place for me to be, buddy.
Ravenet is like, it's fine. I'm going to go see if Sam's okay.
Also, if you came in, I'd probably throw open your hat, so stay out.
Not my hat. That's my favorite.
Well, you better leave.
Runs away. Ravenet is red, just for tracking purposes. So she runs away in a panicked hurry to find you. And I want you to tell me what you want to take with you.
I want to take stuff about the salt line, and I don't want to take exactly what they're trying to get, both of them, because I feel like that's just asking for trouble, but I'd like to look at it and see if I can remember some of the information or note it down.
Give me an instinct check. No disadvantage, because this is not.
Okay.
This is just your internal gauge.
I don't know very good either. It was a 9 with fear.
9 with fear?
Yeah, I have
Jesus Christ.
0 instinct.
Okay, so on a 9 with fear, you can't find salt line documents.
Okay.
I think you kind of look around and you're like, there's no obvious way that I can discern that this has been organized.
Yeah.
And you get sort of like a pit in your stomach. You're like, I'm gonna have to grab
More paperwork.
randomly.
Not more paperwork.
But I think on that, I think still despite that, I'll spend a fear on this. You see that there is a small built into the wall terminal window.
Oh.
With a little keyboard.
Oh, poke that thing.
A prompt comes up. It seems to be a proprietary version of the Dewey Decimal System for
Amazing.
cataloging information in
Google
here.
your name. Google your name.
Absolutely impossible to read numerically.
Is there a search bar?
Yep.
I don't want to look at my file yet. I'm going to type in SALTLINE. Do I have to roll to type?
No.
Okay, good.
No. You type in salt line and you get a bunch of information
Mm-hmm.
that directs you to Lehning supply chain documentation,
Okay.
shipping manifests, including active shipping routes, dormant routes, cargo schedules and crew assignments, and port relationships in various called countries of the old world.
Okay, I want the port or the relationships, I think.
Okay, go ahead and write that down.
Take for relationships. And I'll grab like one manifest of something that seems like not that important, but important enough that they would think, oh, wow, she gave this to us. If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, there's plenty to pull from here.
Okay, I'll just pick a random one.
You can pick at random to be like, this is you could say this is a deflection one and this is a real one.
Yeah.
You know.
Take a decoy and a real one.
You also weirdly find in searching for the salt line information on the storm spire.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm really interested in the spire, so I'm gonna look at that too.
You see that there's like the salt line has information about the Underfen.
And that's what Katerina wants. So I'd like to learn that as well, but not physically take it with me.
You're looking at survey records of the storm spire that go back generations before Vescarre, before Candelon, in the earliest of the colonization. You have direct Freijst accounting.
Ooh. Okay. Of like what was coming in and out of the Underfen?
Of not just the Underfen, but like establishing what the Underfen is.
Yeah.
And you see something called Passage K.
K is in the letter?
Yep.
Okay.
And you see something written in a script that not a script, but like a handwriting that you don't recognize. And it just says Passage K non-viable. Do not pursue.
Okay.
And then you see a bunch of notes that attempt to document the degradation of an impossible to describe space.
Like,
so it's really hard to make sense of what it's saying.
Impossible to describe in the sense of when we were in the back rooms of the spire.
When two people are trying to describe the same thing and that literally it's there's no common ground.
Mm-hmm.
You have like reporting of that, of two people talking about this is Passage K again. That like interlopers found reporting like dangerous conditions and basically that like pathways had been eroded. On this, give me another instinct check.
Not very good at that. We'll go seek. 14 with fear.
I like that actually. I get a fear, and you begin to put together that your family has always known this passage existed in the storm spire.
Interesting.
Like it looks like your grandfather put together documents specifically trying to track this, and he calls it Passage K.
Okay.
Yeah, and now we cut to you.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is use Sparing Touch to heal 2 hit points.
Okay. Ravenet runs in. Oh my God, are you dead? Blue
I'm fine.
Wasn't Blue down there too? I think Blue's down there, and Blue's like thumbs up, just
Blue's
silently.
like the super hungover one.
Yeah. He's looking a little less pale.
Is Cordelia okay?
Probably. I couldn't see her, but she sounded not okay.
Are the doors between me and Cordelia like sealed off?
So you're like several floors down from where Cordelia is.
Because my understanding is like I was basically at the entrance to this challenge.
Yeah, they shut behind me each time.
Okay.
And there were these like long sort of like curving upward paths.
Does my talk work right now?
No.
Well, not in this room.
Not in this room, yeah. Specifically.
Ravenet, can you go run over there and ask Cordelia if she needs help?
Ravenet jumps across the room threshold and is like, yeah, hold on. And calls Cordelia.
Yeah? What? Hello?
Hey, Sam wants to know if you're okay or need help with something.
I'm not okay, but I'm also not coming out.
Well, speakerphone.
Hey, I can help you, or I can help all these children that are and fight these people with guns.
Are we in serious danger?
I mean, when are we not?
Fair. There's stuff in here that people shouldn't see. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. but like, you don't need me to come help.
I mean, I'm like pretty bad, but I don't think I'm in immediate danger. So,
Okay.
You hear a thud on the door.
oh no, they're
Funny.
trying to break in. Just try to stop them. Don't
All right,
let them in.
I'll come around the other side.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go over to the other entrance to the room that Cordelia's in.
So you are pretty injured right now.
I mean,
You're
not really.
well, I mean, like not in a mechanical sense, but
Okay,
in
fair. Yeah.
like a thematic sense. Like
Sure.
you're pretty bruised up. Like you don't see any specifically. You don't see any bruises. It's like a weird disconnect.
Yeah.
But like you do feel like you got hit by a truck. And also it's weird that that's the way you feel, and also you don't see any obvious injury, but you do still have like dried blood on your face.
Mhm.
Yeah, you go up to the door, and you see that there is somebody there, trying to break the door down.
All right. I am going to punch them in the head.
Well, we're gonna do this real quick. You see you outside.
But
like,
it's still Tamsin.
so you don't know what you're looking at. No, you don't know her.
She kind of
There's
looks
two
like
little
me.
kids.
Uh-huh.
They're not, well, Tamsin's not the little this anymore, but
Tamsin's like ambiguously 17 to 21 somewhere in there.
yeah.
I think she's like 19 actually, if you do the math.
But she was the youngest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you see like an 18-year-old that looks vaguely like Cordelia, holding a child that looks like a lost boy from Hook. As other children that look like lost boys from Hook.
And also Newsies.
Yeah.
And Newsies. Sorry, it looked like Newsy caps and like weird like armor made of like bamboo, like dried reeds, and like and they're like jumping off of the ceiling.
Armor?
They built it.
What?
They had it ready to go.
They knew there was a crisis. They
Yeah.
were kind of
Yeah.
holed up in this building.
And they don't have adults to watch them because they're orphans. So
I mean, they do have adults there. And on there.
no, I'm talking about specifically the people that are wearing there was a whole group of orphans that came in.
Okay.
Not all of them are orphans and not all of them are children. I'm specifically saying what you see, what stands out
the
here.
Tamsin faction is the
Yeah.
orphan.
Yes.
Huh.
Not just
was
the-
a real kid among the orphans.
and what do you guys do from that moment? Like you see Shibble.
Hello, my name is Thompson Nadezhda Freijst.
Shibble.
Oh shit! Oh god damn it! Oh fuck! Oh, so this is the worst day of my life. Okay.
Do you know Cordelia?
All right, little one. You
This is
bet-
Tammany, right? I think it's
Yes,
Tammany.
yes,
Yeah.
Tammany.
All right, little one. You and your friends, you all hide in the topiary, all right? And if Tamsin stops looking like Tamsin, she's still Tamsin. Don't worry.
All right.
And to prove it, I will fly. And I got like a thing of yop yop from the bar. It's like the board that someone got for someone's birthday, and they're like, ah ha ha. No, we're not going to drink this.
Oh my god.
And so it was left in the bar trash. Drink the yop yop.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to pee real soon.
Yeah. Hover for a second. Tamsin can
Everybody knows Tamsin can fly.
And Tamsin is magic, so Tamsin is going to look like someone else to fool this person.
Okay, I'm not that young. I'm 13.
Oh, I've had a hard day.
Sorry.
Okay, so the
Tamsin.
13-year-old will take care of the others, all right?
Okay.
We're gonna drop.
It's so funny.
Going to
The feral child.
walk over to Shibble. Quiet. Walk around
Oh,
the
yeah.
topiary. Tie my and talk to Shibble as I tie my blazer around my waist. scooch my pants down and pee.
In the topiary?
Yeah.
Wait, the topiary that the orphans are hiding in?
They're hiding around the corner. I'm
Serpent
going-
topiary. It's really
I'm
long.
around the corner. All right.
No, I gotta do the spend a fear here.
Another
What's the second one? Oh, got another one. Okay. Hold on. Hi, Fogbob. Wait. So the first one is oh, interesting. That's interesting. Okay, so so I forgot my environmental stat block like stats on this, but I specifically have a thing called spend a fear lockdown. And lockdown is that the loyalists seal the building.
They must protect their new queen.
Yep. So
Loyalist to who? Of whom to who?
to the Freists.
The hell.
Ah,
To the general Freists. There's a division amongst the loyalists as to whether or not Cordelia is worthy to be the leader of the Freists. But and specifically the youngest ones like Tamsin.
I feel like
Um,
it's got to be pretty convincing that Cordelia made it through the Freijst.
Well,
But they don't know that
They don't
yet.
know
I'm in this room and refusing to come out.
Yeah. Which is actually very Freist of you.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I feel like when you, first of all, the heavy-handed metaphor that, of course, the pursuit of money is physically and psychologically poisoning. Loved that last week. Secondly, I now have all of this and I don't want to share it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I had to earn it.
yeah, you did. You really did. Oh man,
Hold myself up by my bootstrap.
Shabby.
oops, I opened Canva. Okay. So all right, so I spend the fear you guys watch the because there was like hidden isn't the right word. They had entrances that you couldn't see, and there were places that there were holes in the walls
Yeah.
where that weren't entrances. What you see happen is the places that you know there are entrances get like immediately covered.
They couldn't have done this when we saw the people running towards the building with guns.
They
They
didn't know.
trusted that they would be fine.
Yeah.
That the Freists were going to save them.
Also, they didn't know who they were. They just now these people have started being violent. So I guess you do see that
They attacked Tamsin.
That's true. They did shoot the fella.
and
So we're gonna say that's also true. So that's why they attacked.
Tamsin push a guard up and
Yeah.
just Tamsin all over. Really braced.
Yeah. So that you guys see that there's suddenly no entrance to the building. You guys are outside now. And then next fear.
Which means one more after this one. Thanks, Chappie.
Is a person that you don't know comes up and starts yelling at you.
is that while Nadezhda going to the...
It's as soon as you come out, you
So
see like an older
I'm sort of
guy.
like
Hold on, I gotta roll this. I have a
blazer.
roll table for
For
Freist.
my
Yeah, what my
servants.
Yeah.
positive blazer.
All right, the
Tamsin
Freist
would never
workforce
love-
roster.
You can tuck over the.
It's like a camping blazer.
Oh no, we're gonna say that this is James. So this is the butler, James, and he just comes out and starts yelling at you. What the hell? What are these people doing here? Are you peeing?
Yes.
Who are you?
I'm Shibble Shablet.
Great, Shibble Shibble. Are you gonna do something or not?
Born yesterday.
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. Something's happening. These people are shooting.
Okay.
They're
okay.
breaking into the building.
I get it.
Oh, hi,
How many
Nadezhda.
people? How many people?
A face that
Fully
was worth
being.
1,000 words.
How many people are in the building right
Yeah.
now?
Like 6 people. I don't know.
So 6
Yeah,
ardent operatives are in the
I
building.
don't know. One of them fell.
So 5. Best guess.
I see over there. There's
5
one over there.
ardent-
Yes, about that.
Okay.
I didn't take a head count.
I'm gonna glance over at my fella. Does she have a gunshot in her that I can see? I heard a gunshot.
Yeah, I
She
think.
fell.
I mean, we can make. No, I think you can see it. There's a gunshot.
So essentially, someone shot her.
Yep.
And then she fell off the building.
Somebody shot her as she was trying to get in their way, and pushed her off the building.
All right. All right. I'm going to again, still going. Reach, get my top rock
Uh-huh.
and
So many messages.
to
For some reason, Tanner, Rennet, and Blue have you on their thread.
In a group
In a
chat.
group chat, yeah.
But there's also a group chat
It's
with
called-
only Tanner and Rennet.
Yeah.
It's called Daddy's plus Nadezhda.
Yeah. What? Yes. Yeah.
We have 2 more on deck.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. While that's happening, spend a fear. You see, like, within the on the roof of the 6th floor, you see that, like, the kids start fighting with the adults. Oh my!
So you still have 2 on deck.
We have 2 more. Okay.
okay.
Hold on.
Or-
So then, as that happens, I need you to make a presence roll.
Shibble shibble.
Okay, I have a +1 now.
Oh, 12 with hope.
Great, that fails. You're so confident right now. This guy is
Yeah,
so
fair,
angry and
right?
yelling at you, and you're so full of soup, and you had a good rest, and you're just feeling great. And you immediately have to mark a stress because this guy is stressing you the fuck out because he's just not vibing. This is that's the
I rolled a
foreman.
six, so I don't have to mark a stress.
Nice.
I'm going to
You're
get
bold.
a blue red. Again, just stream.
Uh-huh.
I mean, yop yop really works.
Uh-huh.
I think sometimes, like,
Are you
I-
floating while you're peeing?
yeah, I
See one of the mercenaries turn around a corner and then just turn back the other way. I don't want
I'm going to get
Yeah.
Tanner, Rennet, Blue, Cordelia, and Sam.
It's now called Daddy's
And
plus
Shibble.
Nadezhda plus Sam plus Cordelia
Shibble
plus
doesn't have a top
Shibble.
rock, never mind. In one big thread, and say 5 guards from what's his
Daddies
name?
plus babes.
It's Eldon.
Yeah, it's all the
5 Eldon guards in the building.
That's 2 more. I gotta hold it for the next scene.
Staff have blocked building off. Hams and orphans. Out here with me. We'll leave them with James. What is the situation from inside? Click.
Uh-huh.
Lockdown? Question mark. Period. I'm not leaving. Then.
Someone trying to break into Cordelia Vault, proceeding to punch them in the head.
Kill all Errol guards. Tell kids Thompson wishes them to hide, not fight.
Wait, Tamsin's here?
Wait, we cut to you. At that moment, we cut to you. All right, so let me get my stat box for these guys.
Okay.
What was that?
Could
Oh, yeah.
Shibble and I have
that a
a
subscriber?
second to...
Oh yeah, you can.
Okay.
Whoa, nice.
What happened?
Have you seen...
Oh, thank you.
Wow,
for
thank
the
you.
bits.
We've never had that before. That's fascinating.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah.
Have you seen the mushroom? I'm too angry and high to remember their name. Azure, that's the thing. That's the one.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen her.
Oh. Because that is Azure. I'm just a little baby. I'm going to try to get Azure on the thread. Where the hell are you? We have a whole child army out here.
I think does not have a talk rock.
I don't care. I'm sending it to someone named Azure.
Sam, you just see fist emoji guy emoji.
The person named Azure responds, wrong number?
Yeah.
Thing? Are you okay?
Do you need help?
This is Damien Azure.
Okay.
It's the
I only
show.
have one hope, so I can't link Shibble and I into the building. So I got to try to roll and get something with hope.
Well, I think James is going to say, I know the way in.
Are we breaking in?
Yeah, we're going to have to break in.
Cool.
All right.
If only somebody was really good at knocking down doors.
All right.
What now we go to Sam?
Now Sam does what he does best, punching a guy in the head.
And remember, you have 2 fear on deck.
So giving an eyebrow twitch.
Yeah. Stat block.
New choice. Oh, new choice on having 2 fear on deck.
Yeah.
Can something punch someone in the head?
No, can't do that. That's specifically not how new choice works. Specifically, it doesn't work on player choices. It only works on DM choices.
Oh.
Actually, it depends
new.
on what it is.
Somebody's new choice to me in the past.
You know, there are things that they can have you do, but it's not stuff that's like your
I can punch him in
action.
the kidney.
Kick him in the head.
That's crazy.
Or, I mean,
I'm not wearing
a
arcade
kick straight
boots.
down the middle.
Arcane boots
true.
would be a pretty sick weapon, though.
Okay, so in front of you, you see, well, no, so Doss was killed. Ven is upstairs.
Names?
Yeah,
Maybe Ven is just Faye with a mustache on.
that'd be so funny. You just see sort of like nameless, like vaguely like threatening looking paramilitary private soldiers. There's one standing trying to knock this door down.
Mhm.
Helmet, glasses, like little talk piece. You can see that like actually, yeah, I'll just say this. You can see that their gun is non-functional. It is it's a
It requires the spell grid.
well, so
Sure.
basically it's not a spell grid gun, it's a mechanical gun, which means
Exit.
that there's nothing on it that's on right now. So there's no lights, there's no like panel to read anything out. It's like a car that's off at the moment. So this guy may or may not even know how to use his weapon. You don't know.
He's the only one that I can see right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not changing my plan.
Okay.
Punch him in the head.
Cool.
I'm gonna spend a hope to use I know Kung Fu.
Okay.
There we go. 22.
22 hits for sure.
And that
Difficulty
is with
15.
hope.
Mark your hope.
And I'm also using the forceful push to bash him against the vault door.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. 39.
Yeah. That's an insane amount of damage. Holy
I
shit.
rolled 2 10s and a 5.
Holy
2 5.
Shit.
Does that work?
Hold on.
Oh,
So,
is he hurt?
I just want to be clear. These are minions. They have 1 health. You popped
Do
this
I
guy.
bust down the door?
I
Like-
think you do. Unironically. So here's the thing. This
You
specific
punch his
type of
head through the door.
this specific type of adversary, I gave it intrusion +2 as an experience. So it is trying to open the door. So you just have to punch it. So like basically you just open the door and you punch through a person.
Now I know I feel so simple.
No, I said I'm not coming out.
Well, I mean, that guy was trying to get in.
Okay, well, get in here and lock the door.
You cannot see where Cordelia is.
What up to see?
An empty office.
I'm gonna punch the guy into the door and the door flew open, so it's not like gonna close in a normal.
Do I see Sam?
Do you stick your head out?
No.
Then no.
I can. Where are you?
Not telling.
I mean, I can like.
Her voice is
heal
coming
you.
from inside of a wall.
Seems like maybe you need some stress heals.
I need a lot of heals, Sam. I'm almost dead, but I am here and I cannot leave. Well, I can. I choose not to.
Give me a knowledge roll.
16.
16. That succeeds. Okay, so this office, like I said, it's decorated in this sort of like dark, like mahogany, deep colors. It also looks weirdly austere. Nothing's very personal here, but it is sort of like very old money, very wealthy. One of the things you do see like repeatedly around this room is the family sigil, the family seal.
Mm-hmm.
And it is directly above the wall where Cordelia His voice seems to be coming out of it.
I'm going to chew on some hardtack while I ponder it.
I don't need my heart attack. I hear you.
I'm going to
I need
touch
it.
the seal with my hand.
Okay. I mean, nothing really happens. But it's like a single small like steel, like a wax steel.
I'm going to knock on it.
Nothing happens when you knock on it. It's just present.
Cordelia, we got to help these kids. Come on. You can have an existential crisis later.
It's not an existential crisis, Sam. It's if I leave, I have to give the people what they want. And I don't think I should.
Then don't. Destroy it.
I'm not destroying it. That would be terrible for Vescarre. Okay, I'm coming out, but turn around.
Well, okay.
You can't see me leave.
And can you not just come back?
Another one of these guys comes around the corner, spinning a fear. That's one of the fears.
Probably I can.
Another
Hasn't
one of these
occurred to
guys
me.
comes around the corner and is trying to use his gun and clearly doesn't know how to use a mechanical gun.
I mean, it turns out that it was much easier to get in here through the main door than the challenge because we could have just broken down the main door.
That's not how it works, Sam.
Okay.
You have to prove that you're worthy to get where I am.
What is the wall made of that,
You touch the wall,
yeah.
your hand goes right through the wall.
No.
I just wave it.
No, stop that. Leave. Turn around. No, stop it. If you keep doing that, I'm going to try to throw knives at you and it's going to be not successful, but you're going to
Just
feel
see
bad.
Sam's hands. No, actually, you can see Sam. That's to be
Yeah, I
clear.
can see
You
out,
can
right?
see out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go punch these guys.
Okay.
And if they hurt me, you're going to feel bad that you didn't help.
No, I'll come out while you're out there.
Okay.
But I'm not, let me be clear, I'm not going to be much help.
I mean,
It's not for lack
I
of
have
trying.
low
What do you look like as you leave the vault?
I'm crawling out. I cannot stand still. Like
do
very
you rather have healing or stress healing?
probably regular healing. Face like a green, pale, like like very sick. I think I'm just. I think I left my dagger on the floor of the office, so it's like by his shoe.
Oh, it's very good.
Yeah.
It's very good. I like that.
I'm going to spend 3 hope to clear a hit point.
Oh, thank you. Wow, that's very a lot for. Oh, not much, but I do appreciate
The
it.
other option would be to spend several minutes, which I don't think we
No, we don't have. Thanks, Sam. I get a little bit less green.
Oh, I forgot that the ardent operative is present, and also another one comes up behind him, and I'm going to spend a fear on that to target you.
Me?
No, Sam.
Okay. Yeah, they want me alive, probably.
They pull out batons because their weapons do not work, and they start to try to hit you. So they get advantage because they have effectively pack tactics. That's not. Oh, that's a crit. Hell yeah. I mean, there's no crits, but there's a nat 20.
Are they within melee range of Sam?
They are literally in melee range.
Perfect. Okay, carry on.
So they both land hits on you with their shock batons that aren't shocking because
They don't work.
it doesn't work. And they do 8 damage to you by default.
All right, that's fine.
In a great thanks for Sam healing my 1 hit point, I'm going to
It's twice, so it's 16 total. So
attempt to Rain of Blades them.
you're gonna Rain of Blades them?
Yeah, not Sam, them.
Yeah, that's very fun.
And I get sneak attack because they're in melee range of Sam.
They're totally focused on Sam.
Yeah. Is this still at double disadvantage?
No, you're gonna be at single disadvantage.
Single disadvantage. Okay, perfect.
Did the healing help with the disadvantage?
And I'm going to spend a hope for rebellious streak because I've never attacked an ardent guard before.
What?
So without my plus, that would be a 1 with fear. But I have an ancestry trait I can use. That means when I use an experience and I fail a roll, I can re-roll it.
Oh my god.
It was
Okay.
1 + 3
Okay.
- 3.
There is no better time to use this SSG trait as there is, or as to do it here.
Okay, let me roll my 1 disadvantage. Oh, it's still bad. Okay. It's gonna be a 10 with hope.
That does not land.
What about Auditex Machina?
Oh.
That's,
Oh,
there was a question in the chat.
so we did for the Auditex Machina, what did we do? We did
It's a reroll now.
sorry,
Right?
yeah. So what it is you get to you get to force a reroll on me.
Oh.
Specifically. So anytime that I make an attack roll,
Spend a fear?
does that spin a fear?
Or new
No, that
choice?
was an audience ex machina.
Okay, I can do that.
From the portent dice.
No, it was portent dice, but I think we stopped doing that.
We did so we instead of doing it as portent, we did it as just you forced me to reroll. I just haven't updated the tile. The sphere.
So you'll use it next time you roll good. You have to reroll.
Yeah, I can use it to. You can tell me to use it next time. That you.
Oh wait, I forgot to add my experience though.
Oh yeah.
So it's probably still misses, but it's a 13 with hope.
It does miss. So yeah, you are.
Try my best. I told you, Sam.
Okay. I am going to console you. And say,
While you're getting hit.
like, these people are beneath you, Cordelia. You're better than them.
These guys are, by the way, they're talking really loud. You get the impression they don't know how to talk on not comms. So they're just kind of yelling over each other.
You got this. You can clear 2 stress.
Oh wow.
Bogbowl will donate 100 bits for a player reroll.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to do a player reroll?
Sure.
Yeah. Do it. Go ahead.
And this gets a +7, by the way. Oh yeah, it's a crit. Thank you, Buck.
Oh, hell yes! Holy shit, that's so good.
That's amazing.
That's so good. Okay,
And it's
so
so rich kid coded. No,
Yeah.
roll again.
Yes, someone
No,
paid.
roll again.
Someone paid for her to make this win.
yeah.
Keep going until you mow down.
You really feel your Freistness in this moment.
Yeah.
You're like, you're in my.
Get
This
out
is
of my office. I'm not coming out. You can't come in.
Oh,
You need to undo your stress thing because that only works if you fail to roll.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take
God,
them back.
so
Okay, so this gets sneak attack, and we are now tier 3, which means it's 3
guys,
dice.
they literally have 1 HP.
No, we're gonna roll it to
Okay,
see what
okay,
it is,
okay, okay.
Jaime. It
Okay.
gets
We have records to
it
break.
gets
That's
plus,
true. That's
so it
true.
gets plus 18 for my or plus 20. It's
You get all the damage.
yeah. The base is gonna be. Let's just find out the base first. Plus 18. So it starts at 42.
And then
And then roll. Wait, where's my d6s? There's a d6. Here's a d6. Okay. Plus an additional 6, plus another 6, plus a 7, plus 1, plus 4, 66 damage
Holy shit.
to each of them. I'm not leaving, and you have to
Okay.
not be here.
Could she make like an intimidation check?
Yeah,
in
no, I mean,
terms of
she doesn't
she's
even-
smeared 2 guys across the
I mean,
ceiling?
and especially
From the
standing
floor?
in front of this as they explode.
Yeah,
I'm like on the floor, and I'm just like, leave.
I think
Whoever comes in there
honestly,
just sees eyeballs like
I think
tripping.
yeah, I think what happens here is you inform these people that they never existed. And it's not a question, it's not a conversation. It is simply a statement of objective fact. You are wrong. You're not here. You never were. You've never been anywhere. And as they simply evaporate,
Sam is terrified of Cordelia in this moment.
standing behind, make a presence check.
Okay. Still at single
Just covered
disadvantage,
in
but
blood.
also
Yeah.
but it's at advantage
Yes.
because I've never
like fucking Evil Dead.
I've
Sorry.
never used, so it's at both advantage and disadvantage because I've never used my reputation more than
Okay.
this moment.
Okay.
Okay. So that's gonna be that's pretty good. 16 plus 4, 20 minus 1, 19 plus 1, 20 with hope. for this presence roll.
So here's what happens. Directly behind these exploded, eviscerated, not even, I'm sorry, like they've been turned into a fine mist.
Oh, the carpet's so messy
It
now.
really needs to be a good cleaning.
Grandfather's gonna
I
be
feel like
pissed.
it's carpet that's made to get blood.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It is red. It is red, like very like
This is not the first
fancy.
one.
Yeah.
Nope.
But like standing directly behind them as they disappear is oh, actually, let me give you specifics on this. This is Ven, a female Qatari, mid-30s ish.
Mm-hmm.
She's standing there carrying, like by the scruff of its neck, a kid from the roof. Who's like just fucking swinging. Let go of me!
In front of a child.
Let go of me! And then the kid is like,
Put my busboy down.
and she goes to a knee.
So does Sam.
And she says, Ms. Freijst, I am so very sorry. I did not realize you were here.
Where else would I be?
I am not to question that. Please, I was simply sent on a job by Eldon. I did not know you were here.
If he wants something, he can come here himself.
Well, that's sort of what we do. We're kind of that. But may I ask why you're here? You don't have to tell me.
This is my building.
Yes.
I don't need to justify why I'm here.
No, you don't. I was sent to recover some documents.
You're not going to find them.
That's an odd way to put that. Okay. I assume this is yours?
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I am sorry. Walks through the hallway. Call it off. Call everything off. Everything is done.
Locked down.
Everything. Yeah, no,
Because
completely.
they're not in good space, so they're
Yeah.
locked inside.
Also, how many of them are left?
Well,
Then
at 5, you kick 3.
So the minions, they like auto spawn, basically. Because they're just one, and I spent a fear to create them. But there were 5 main people, and then there were like the grunts.
So there's 4 main people
There are
left.
4 main
You
people
killed
left.
Doss.
Yes. Yeah. So she walks out and she's like, everybody, like doing signals. There's nobody there. There's no functional communication in this moment at all.
Okay. You, Nadezhda, what is going on?
They're leaving.
Do they know they're leaving?
Yes.
So you don't know that they don't have any communications.
Oh, by the way, she walked out of the wall.
Well,
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
walk.
Yeah. Well, crawled out of the wall.
All right. So I guess
Can we get? I think
Nadezhda is following James, who Nadezhda and Shibble are following James,
We're
and
gonna
I
break it.
guess we've got, I don't know, 4 or 5 orphans behind us.
Yeah. They're falling off the roof.
rail.
Not really. They're not falling off the roof. That's not even I.
So where does
Go ahead and make a check to get through a door.
To
Because I
break the
think
door.
James is going to point out that this should be an entrance, but it's not working.
What of the check is it?
It's a 16. How do you get through
Strength.
doors?
it's
Strength?
Yep.
Can I spend a hope to say when one door closes?
Yep.
Gonna be a plus. I don't even need that. Goddamn. Okay. That is gonna be a 21 plus
Wow.
3 plus 2, 26 with fear.
With fear?
Yeah.
That's so good. Okay. So on your 26 with fear, you
Can I just make a suggestion?
Yeah.
I picture all of those mercenaries are exactly on the other side of the
Yes.
door, gathering around, trying to figure out how to get out, and then Shibble just eight man through the door.
I think, yeah, basically that happens, except that they're on like multiple floors, right? So the wall just collapses, right? And you're like, ooh, a little too much. And like the whole wall just collapses. One of the floors collapses onto the other one. And they just sort of like scramble. Yeah.
So we're watching security people just run for the hills?
Yep.
All right, children, to one side, to one side. Let the frightened adults who murdered your elder get out, I suppose.
Aren't you Tamsin?
Thompson looks like other people sometimes. Okay.
Tamsin is always watching.
Tamsin Big Brother.
Okay. Well, I did a spellcast roll for a minor illusion, so I could minor illusion Tamsin. Because it did go with, it was 5. I failed, but I did get with hope. So
So you
I now have 2 hope.
now are very confident that you look like Tamsin.
Well, no, it's a minor illusion.
She was gonna make it.
Oh, you're making somebody else look like Tamsin.
Or
Okay.
no, she was
There's
conjuring
like a horrible,
Got it.
an incorporeal
horrible like
Tamsin.
Tamsin looking like
Yeah. So you make
and it
Tamsin,
flickers
but
out.
you've only seen Tamsin as like a child, and you like extrapolated from that what she would look like as an adult. But you forgot to do that here, so you just make her as a kid. She just looks like the what in the video that you saw where she like flew around.
Where she was like 9.
Yeah, that's what you do. And she's like poorly constructed and also 9 years old, and like she's not moving well. It's
She talks like a, what is it,
pardon me.
animal character.
Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah. I was like, that's not how minions talk. And I was
No.
like, minions aren't animals.
Oh, shit. And I dispelled her. All right, children, let's go in and see what new things are going to come to this day.
James grabs one by the ear.
No,
These
no,
he pulled a knife on me.
I don't care.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, James. We
Walks
don't grab people by the ear. I know that, and I'm vexed.
over.
Exactly. No, you've got the vexing.
I feel like there's like a folk boogeyman that Vexens tell, like that specifically, like will grab your ear and pull it off.
Well,
if you grab people's ears.
there's the
Like,
woman with wings too.
Yeah, but she
Yeah.
hates kids.
Yeah.
Probably there is one, like a...
Oh yeah, the ear ripper. Yeah, that's why you don't get your ears pierced.
The next thing you,
Easier to pull.
Yeah.
like, he crouches on your chest in the night and slowly bites off both your ears.
Oh
Cat?
yeah. It's actually just a cat. That's the important myth. It's like a very hungry cat.
Anyway.
So yeah.
yeah.
I emphasize you guys are still in the thing. You guys are looking for them in the office.
I try to use the smell of blood to...
What a wild thing to say.
I mean, I've seen Sam and Cordelia at work, so...
yeah, you can just follow the trail.
Yeah. I mean, it's not hard. Like there were terrified people running from a room.
And you know Shibble's with you, so it's not.
Yeah,
it's
so
not
it's not
Shibble.
Shibble this time.
Shibble
Can I
this time.
feel them mentally?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. You reach out with your mentacles, you're like, this way, and you point with your mentacle, but nobody can see it. So like it's not a helpful
I
pointing.
just start running that way.
Yeah.
All right, follow the cow person.
Yeah.
And I'll spend a few minutes to heal Cordelia.
Oh, thank you.
If you reveal something about yourself, you can do 2 hit points and 2 stress.
I think what she tells you is, Sam, the last challenge was I had to kill somebody. I don't know who died.
God, who did you kill?
There was no one there, so I don't know.
Well, if someone dies in the woods and no one's around to see it.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right. So do we get to you?
Yeah, but
Yeah, so you guys walk in and this is the conversation that's happening.
Oh. So you killed someone?
I think so.
I mean, besides-
I totally did.
And
Yeah.
something like drips right in my face. The smushed person who looks like they were hit by a truck on the ceiling.
We're gonna have to get somebody to clean that up, probably.
I'm not
I'm
quite
sure that there's.
You don't have to.
Look in the Rolodex on the desk there. I'm sure it's in there.
Okay, can I?
Epi Halsey walks in.
Epi Halsey?
Yeah. She's a
She one of the house staff? Or is
you
she...
recognize her as she works at the lake house.
Get out.
No, she's really nice. She's actually like, she's just like a quiet, nice old lady.
Okay.
She's like, oh, Cordelia. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you since you were little. It's so good to see you. I'm so glad you're alive. Nobody else is alive, I think.
I think some of them might be alive.
I hope so. Well, it looks like there's blood on the ceiling again, so I'm gonna she like pulls out a ladder. She's like 80 years old. She pulls out a ladder. She starts climbing the ladder. She's like, I'm gonna just don't
Yeah.
mind me.
By the way,
Flop,
I'm in charge
flop,
now, Epi.
flop.
So
Oh, I bet.
everybody better watch
I
out.
bet you are. I never doubted you for a second.
I'm going to quietly sidle up to Cordelia. They've got Tamsin. Tamsin's in prison.
Oh, I thought she was here.
Nope.
Everyone was saying
I
Tamsin
don't
was
know
here.
why anyone is saying that.
Well, I was gonna say if she's come to fight me, like she's too late.
She
so
hasn't.
she missed her
She is in
chance.
prison. It is just a wild rumor that I don't know how it started.
I mean, to be fair, I assume that any Freijst that's not Cordelia is either in prison or dead.
I don't know about her mother, who is also your mother.
Yeah, we have the same mom.
Yeah.
Sounds like an accusation.
Yeah.
Who is also your mother.
Dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun.
you know this. You've been to our house.
The dish is coming down pretty hard.
Literally, you're no longer floating.
It's your mother. All right.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try to stand up now.
You had some
Okay.
healing.
Yeah, I got some healing. I'm only marked 1 HP at this point, so
Do you tell us about the fake wall, even quietly?
no, but I will tell you that I have things to share with you.
I'll say this. You don't see a fake wall.
No, I don't know that there's a fake wall.
Yeah.
I'm just like hoping nobody notices the gaping hole.
Yeah, there's literally like a
Not even. Could I was going to like search around the office with my arcane.
No,
No, you
stop
can,
it.
for sure. No, yeah, for sure.
So,
For sure.
yeah, I do that, and it's just a class feature, so I don't have to roll for it.
Here's what you see. There is a very powerful artifact, old world ritual magic item. It's on the desk. It is a wax seal, signet ring wax seal with a wooden handle.
Wait, a signet ring with a wooden handle?
Like
It's
a
like
stamp.
a
Oh.
stamp. Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
All right.
And-
I guess I'll examine it.
Make a knowledge check for me.
Nadezhda, that's mine. Don't mess with it.
So that is again with hope, but it's a 6. We are fielding some awful rolls.
On a 6 with hope, you're like, wow, this
7.
thing. A 7 with hope. On a 7 with hope, you're like, this thing is really pretty. What a beautiful artifact of like very ancient magic. It's very distinctly old world. It's glowing. It's like radiating light in your vision.
Does this mean anything?
I pick it up.
Yeah.
I pick it up. Well, that's our seal.
What does the Freijst seal look like?
Yeah.
I think their emblem is like a sea serpent because they were like conquering the seas.
Although,
It isn't like 2 Freijsts shoving knives through each other's chest.
Yeah.
No, that's behind closed doors.
I think
Nadezhda.
for a group whose entire thing is conquering the seas, they sure did not conquer one of the seas. One of the seas is like, oh no, you just can't use
Well,
that
that's
sea.
because that sea is too difficult. Like, why would you do that when there's a much easier sea that
Because it's
you've
right-
already conquered? That with a much shorter distance and less hazards.
So the what you hold is like a wax seal. It's a signet like
Mhm.
ring. It's about the size of your palm.
Okay.
It feels like the whole thing, the height of it.
Yeah.
It feels pretty heavy by comparison to like what you would expect from looking at the materials.
Yeah.
It looks like it's made of bronze with some sort of like wood carving handle. The handle is worn. And it's just been sitting on this desk. You've never paid attention to the fact that it's just been on this desk your whole life.
Yeah. Trigger me remembering every time I've been in this office.
Yeah.
and, oh yeah, the
So,
seal was there.
I don't know what it is, but I
It's
know
just a
it's
montage of you
incredibly
with
magic.
different
Uh,
that looking disappointed at you.
really, really powerful.
Okay, I'm going to quietly inform Cordelia of that. Whatever it is It is. I'm going to compare it to the diamond seed that we got in the
Ooh.
Between Worlds. Is it
Yeah.
kind of a similar,
No, it's very different.
but to a degree, like
Oh, in terms of strength, yeah, it's about the same.
So what was the name of the person who walked in here?
Epi Halsey.
Do you mean the one who's cleaning the ceiling, or do you mean the?
Then is the guard.
Oh, no, I meant, so Epi's cleaning the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I want to get rid of her? I mean,
No, she's
Okay.
just great. Epi works at the lake house. That's a bad place.
I know how to keep a secret.
Yeah, you do.
Is that a stamp?
Yeah. I don't know what it does, but I'm
Can
taking
you
it.
stamp my hand?
I think Sam is gonna sidle
Don't
back
know that
to
I
the back of the
should.
office where the secret door is and
Sam,
try to
Sam,
like,
stop! No! I'm gonna
Okay.
stamp you if you stand there.
stamp.
I'm not stamping you. I don't know what it does.
It's so
Nadezhda, should I stamp Shibble?
it's gonna look cool.
Nadezhda is definitely going to say no.
Sam, should I stamp
Nadezhda says
Shibble?
no.
maybe you should try a piece of paper first.
Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay, let's get a piece
Or
of paper.
your least favorite orphan.
No!
All right.
I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna
You
try.
should be at least as nice to yourself as you are to your least favorite orphan. That is self-esteem.
I would never be so mean to have a least favorite.
Oh, you haven't met many orphans, then. Oh,
Well, who's your least favorite
you are the
orphan?
bad
You
one.
just see Rasmodi standing behind you.
No,
Oh, you have one.
Yeah, I think you get a little twinge in your head. Like, ow, that hurt. What was
Okay,
that?
I'm stamping this blank piece of paper.
You don't see anything happen.
Okay, well, I can stamp you now, I guess.
Shibble can come back
everybody
in for
else
free.
Oh, everybody else.
sees a random set of diagrams and numbers show up.
That's cool.
What?
Wait.
Nothing happened.
No.
It was like a bunch of numbers and stuff.
What? Okay, well, let me stamp Shibble.
No.
Gently.
Oh, shit. This is going to happen.
You don't see anything happen.
Nothing happened.
You two see Shibble turn into like
Is Shibble's skin still like a weird
yeah, it's like
star?
yeah. Shibble starts to like digitally degrade in front of your eyes.
Oh.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
No, it's visual. It's not an effect on you.
Shibble, like, see, nothing happened.
That may have only a certain amount of stamps in it.
Look at that.
Look at what? Nothing happened.
It's a
What does it
stamp.
look like now? The spot that was stamped.
Nothing. It doesn't look like anything. Notably, there's no wax in this. So
Okay.
Well, there's plenty of blood around.
there's a lot of
I'm
like,
not putting a
we
blood
shouldn't put the
seal on
powerful
you.
artifact in the blood.
And the blood of those who you have killed.
I'm not blood sealing you. That sounds like I own your soul or something.
Sam looks at Elsby or whatever. Like,
I'm putting this in the bag.
All right.
And Sam, stay away from that.
I can help.
Add it to your inventory.
I'll make sure to label it correctly.
called the Freijst signet.
I
The
want to,
phrase signet.
while
Okay.
Cordelia's
I still don't
distracted,
know
I
what
want to
that-
try to sneak into,
No.
especially because Sam doesn't know that Cordelia can just see through it.
Mhm.
So as far as Sam's concerned, if he gets to the other side, she can't.
You're
see
going
him.
in?
Yeah.
Yeah, you walk into this room. It's like a much more modern looking room. Not that much, but it's like much more.
Shibble, have you told us that while you were dragged away by Ardent, you were at the lake house? Have you mentioned that?
Yeah.
Probably.
We've
yeah.
talked about it
Yeah.
at least, Shibble and I, because I've been there too. Before.
I guess I'm going to look at Epi.
Mhm.
Hello?
Hello.
Have you seen Shibble at the lake house?
Hi. No, I don't think I've seen you before.
Have I
Search.
seen her?
No, that's familiar.
Search for Cordelia, subquery,
Oh,
embarrassed.
just to be clear, you see Sam walk into an open
Get
wall.
out of there.
You walk into like what looks like a wall, and you just walk right through it. There's no substance to it.
I can't see me.
I can see you.
Who are you talking
What?
to?
Where'd Sam
You're
go?
right there. Get out. I'm not coming in.
How many fingers am I holding up?
2.
And then I go.
I just walk in.
No, get out of there.
What? What?
Before you walk in, make a knowledge check for me.
So that is with hope. It is a 3.
Okay, yeah, cool. Don't worry about it.
I'm also gonna go through.
No, stop going in there.
Once
Make
everyone
that
else is going in, I'm going to go in again.
Make a strength check for me as your mentacles pass through.
16 with fear.
16 with fear. You get a real weird feeling in your body. It feels like something between like a cold headache and like a shiver.
Ooh.
Like a real focused local pain that's real like intense and reverberates through your body. Starts like in your head. And you notice that as this happens, it's when your mentacles brush the seal above the door.
Okay, if you guys are going to be in here, you have to put your phones outside.
I
All right.
hand my talk rock to you.
Hand you one of my talk rocks.
I know you
By
have
the way,
more.
this room is just like
And you 5 more.
it's just cubby holes of files and like files and files and files. There's a terminal on the wall, very similar to the terminal that
I wanna
starts the.
throw-
I'm
over-
going to make one quick,
It's going to cost you
I
to
guess
leave with
instinct check.
information.
It's files to look for either an organizing system or something that a word on the
You do
file
not
that-
have to roll for this. Everything you look at is either blank or completely nonsensical.
Amazing.
Is this? Do I sense that this is magical in nature? Is this like a magical encryption?
Give me a presence check.
So that is 6 of fear. We're not rolling hot tonight.
You think you're having a migraine.
Oh, I'm gonna go over and sit at the desk and eat some hard.
I'm going to try to go over to the terminal and concentrate it on and try to go inside of it like I did with the other one.
Oh, I think I just Sam's.
After you
Oh,
nearly
that's why,
died.
yeah. Here you go. Wait, so you're gonna
I want to try to like go and grab it and like concentrate and try to replicate what happened to me with the console at the entrance of the challenge.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Okay.
It seems like a bad idea.
So it's not it's functional, meaning that it probably has its own active battery right now. But it's still going to be interfered with by Nadezhda's presence. So what's your spellcast?
Strength.
Yeah, so wait, I don't want you to use that. I want you to use what's your wizard?
What? Oh, knowledge, I guess.
Make a knowledge check for me.
That is 17 with fear.
Must be nice.
17 with fear. Okay.
And so the pleasure.
Rolling a double digit.
No with fear.
You touch the terminal and you can see that like it's like reacting to your physical presence in like a way that's sort of like, you know how like there's like scan lines on the TV and like it's almost like you're tuning it or something. And as you do, you see a face. Just for
Do I-
the barest splittest of a
Do I
second,
recognize it?
you do not recognize it at all.
What does it look like?
I mean, you don't see it for long enough to get a sense of it,
Yeah.
except that it just looked like for a split second the noise on the TV organized in a way that it had eyes and a nose and a mouth.
I don't like that.
Get away from it, Sam.
Does the search function work for me, or is it still nonsense?
Spend a fear? Was that spend a fear on this? The search function is functional for you.
Yeah, I want to type Cordelia - embarrassing.
The result is a random string of output.
When I look at it, do I see anything?
You absolutely do.
No, stop looking at that. What do I see?
Documents.
Does the filing system make sense to you in there?
Obviously. Is it?
No.
You guys can't read?
It does not work for, I do not think it works for anyone but the Freijst.
Okay, good.
Or maybe not
perhaps-
anyone but the head Freijst.
Which is a lot of power
But it's
if
also,
you want to go up against Arden.
it's also good because it means that Arden can't just take this information.
Yeah, because they can't just, like, if they kill me, they can't just throw Tamsin in here because you'd have to wait for a whole new generation.
Mm.
So
I like your house, but perhaps you want to move in here?
I feel like it's too obvious then, though. If no one can read it, I can just come back here whenever I want.
They can take it,
They won't be able to understand.
but they can remove it from you being able to understand it by taking it away from you.
They don't know where it is.
I mean, I could.
You guys are the only ones
door
who know
and her.
where it is. Well, Epi doesn't count. She's famously discreet.
So good. Okay, so I just rolled on my
On your
my
ear.
no. On my Freijst loyalist table. And somebody named a younger guy named a human,
Mhm.
gangly, tall, carrying like a tray. It's kind of shaking a little bit with like cheese and crackers and wine and some pickles and some
Thank God, I'm
like
starving.
Hell yeah.
comes in and he's like, "Oh, hey guys, this is Fissel Halsey. This is Epi's grandson.
Oh. So he's like roughly my age.
He's a little bit younger, I want to say. How old is
Tamsin
Cordelia?
age? Ambiguously like 25-ish.
Okay, so yeah, I want to say he's 24.
Okay.
He's just like, "Hey, I got some do you
He's-
want some food?"
I go out of the vault. Yeah.
Ah. Oh,
You didn't see anything.
Oh,
I've never seen anything in my life.
I'm going to spend a hope to make him forget the last minute of what happened. I need to make.
Wait, come out first.
Yeah, I'm gonna come out. Everybody, come out,
I'm already out. I'm sitting at
and then I'm gonna spend a hope to try to make him forget what just happened.
Okay.
Oh no, he needs to make a reaction roll.
Okay, what is it?
DC 15.
Right.
That's a 7.
Yeah, so they forget the last minute of the conversation.
He drops the tray.
No. I was gonna eat that.
How did I get in here?
I don't know. You're just here.
I mean, it's cheese that keeps.
Oh.
I pick it up.
Miss Cordelia, oh my god,
Hey.
I'm so embarrassed.
No, it's okay. It's fine.
Hello, Whistle. I'm putting the tray on the desk.
Do I know you? Oh, you're the battery. You were upstairs. Oh, that was scary. I didn't like it. Epi's like, "Are you having a stroke?" To her grandson.
He's fine. Don't worry about it.
So
She
Can
climbs
you-
down. She moves the ladder. Climbs up.
could we clear the room for everyone except for, the murderers?
They don't move.
I'm just feeding Shibble grapes.
I will,
Yeah, can we stop having people walk in here? I could make a new door.
There doesn't need to be a new door, clearly. It'll just go back into place. It's like electronic or whatever.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I knocked down your door with a guy.
Oh, that door. Yeah.
I think that's
fix
where
that
everyone's
door.
coming from.
Yeah, it is where it is.
Yeah, fix that door, but the other door is fine.
I imagine the dude is still just like embedded in the door.
He is like
Yeah, Epi, can
cartoonishly,
you take
like-
care of that thing? It's unsightly.
I'll get right on it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, bring in the door guy.
Oh, there's more than one corpse in the walls of this building.
You're so funny.
I could never tell.
She
all right.
Can you
knows
call
her
the
job.
door guy and have him
Can you
come
take
fix
a
it?
red
We're on it
file
already, I
out of
promise.
that and see if it stops being encrypted if it's on the desk?
Oh, you mean this one? Because I have 2 decoy
Okay.
and
is it
1
is it
real.
encrypted?
Nothing changes for either of your perspectives.
I'm gonna stand just in the entrance to this door and just kind of turn away anyone who's trying to wander in.
Okay. Well, it will take several days to figure out what you want to figure out with this. Do we want to stay here? Go
No,
back to the office?
we have a deadline. We gotta go talk to Nadezhda and get maybe our friend back. I don't know. Did everyone else forget why we were here?
I got caught up in the punching and
All right. I guess get what you want. We'll go back to the car. And
I have what I want. I'll go with you.
can we... I get my talk rock back from you.
Oh yeah, here's
Can you
everyone's
text
phone.
Nadira and say,
This is your phone I've been holding on to.
Thanks. Do I have any emails?
I didn't have time to check actually. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I could check. So I guess while we're in the car, I'll check
Yeah, and
Shibble's emails.
I'll use shape material to rebuild a door.
There's an email from Leo Monks directly that's just like, I fucking hate you. That's it. That's the only email. Oh no, there's an onboarding email. It's like, welcome to Ardent Industry. Or sorry, yeah, what is it? Ardent
Ardent Innovations.
Innovations. Yeah. Welcome to Ardent Innovations. You're as the newest Ardent team member, and like a parentheses, and it's like, haha, somebody just got hired, so you're not newest anymore. Isn't that a funny joke? Parentheses close, and then like it's just absolutely just nonsense. And then immediately above it,
just a bunch of error messages from the HR system. From
oh, for sure, yeah. And I just,
I'm
literally,
trying to look at Leo's spam.
that's all.
Did anyone
Okay.
else bring grapes with them?
I'm great.
Do you want
Yeah.
more grapes?
No, I think I'm good. I've got a private chef.
Let's
so I
take
can-
some to go.
Oh, but yes, Freijst house staff. Can we gather just before I
Bless
leave?
you.
Bless you.
Do you want to call a house meeting?
Yes, please.
Where?
Out front or in the lobby. It's probably safer.
Okay. It's kind of collapsed a little bit.
Okay, where's the safest place in your
They
opinion?
brought it in. They brought in the walls. and
Okay,
then-
no, don't worry about it. I'm not mad.
Okay.
Where is the safest place to gather everyone?
Probably the
quickly?
hallway directly outside of here.
Okay, bring them in fast, please.
Just like go to hit like a bell. They pull like a thing, and like a steam whistle blows through the house,
Oh, that's like
and like within seconds, like you just hear the shuffling of feet as like 60 plus people.
68.
60.
Yeah, people walk in, start to collect. You see some of them are like the kids that were upstairs. They're dressed in their like truly feral clothing. And then like there's older ones. There are most people here are adults.
Freijst house staff. I'm giving you a choice. I know, but I'm
Hear like a murmur through the crowd. What?
but I'm worthy, so you can't question it. Ardent doesn't know you exist, really. I mean, Ven does, but she's not gonna do anything about it, frankly. So you have a couple of options. You can stay here and continue to hide and wait with no purpose in life. You can come with me and work for Ardent, and I'll try to expedite your processing so they don't put you in jail or murder you. Or you can go with Sam, and
I just want to be clear. I cannot afford to hire all of you.
okay, well, some
It will
of
be
you...
a selection process.
Some of you can go apply to work for Sam, or you can leave entirely and
Also,
Start
some
a
of
new
it
life.
will be necessary here to keep things up for you to come back and
well, yes, a few of you. And also, whoever is the best driver amongst you, I would like to be my personal driver.
And then
So
whoever's the
thank you.
second best driver, I would like to be my personal driver.
There's a valet and a second valet.
Some valet.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
show of hands.
pinch valet.
Show of hands. Staying here with no purpose in life.
Roll 10d6s.
they are, again, they have a purpose.
Yeah, but not
the
all
tower.
of them are like security guards. Like, I'm not gonna leave just orphans here. I'm not a monster.
Oh wait, okay. So if you're gonna
They
do that,
have, like
then
underground farms and things.
they have a backyard farm. They have like a whole. They're self-sustaining completely.
You said 66?
But if you're gonna pick out like the orphans and stuff, don't roll 6.
Well, I'm specifically looking to hire 10 orphans.
Okay, so that removes 1d6 from
Okay,
this.
so 5. Okay, 5, 11, 16 plus 4, 20. 20 is what I rolled.
So 20 people raise their hands and say, "We opt to stay here and
care.
rebuild."
Excellent. Okay. Coming to work with Ardent with me.
So that's 40. So roll 4.
10 plus 4, 14 plus 6, 17.
Yeah, 17 people are like, can we be personal staff to you? Do we
Yeah,
have
of
to work
course.
for Arden?
I mean, I work for Arden, so like kind of,
But that's your choice. Can I just work for you?
I'll try to make it happen.
Okay.
That's the best I can
So you
do.
get 17 personal staff.
Okay, 17 person staff. This is great.
Leave?
23?
Yeah, 23. So 46. That'd be 24. 46 minus 1.
Yep.
2 plus 5, 7, 9, 11.
That's exactly the number that I wanted.
Minus 1 is 10. Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
So 10 for Sam.
Yep.
Well, I wanted 10 orphans in a drive.
Well, you get 9 orphans in a
Okay,
driver.
fine. I'll get
Or
one
10
orphan less than I
orphans.
wanted.
Yeah.
And then people are just leaving entirely, I guess, is the rest.
Well, somebody died, so.
One person died.
But
Yeah.
I had already accounted for that.
Oh, you did?
Mhm.
Okay, then yeah. So one person, like, just sort of wanders off.
All right.
So, okay. I'm keeping track. 20 are staying. 17 are going to work for Cordelia. That's 37. 47,
Not
9 orphans and a
47.
driver. 9 orphans and a driver to Sam. So that's 47. So that's 13 people left.
That just leave to start a new
I'm
life.
60.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
If any of
Do
you
any
are
of you feel like there are no options available to you?
Would you like to work in the exciting world of drugs?
You know, orphans who feel like they don't have anything here. I don't
There's
know.
one orphan who didn't sign up.
I'm not asking. I'm not like demanding.
There was literally one orphan who didn't sign up with him.
yeah.
Well, okay.
Which one?
He's just like, he looks real grumpy about the fact that all his friends decided to go work for this guy, and he doesn't want to work. He wants to work for Tamsin.
What happened to Tammany? Is she working for Sam?
Oh, we'll say it's Tammany, actually. Yeah, we'll say it's Tammany.
Tammany, the 13-year-old
Yeah.
with the attitude?
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Because I thought you had made a list of names.
All right. So, would you like to work in a lair with me?
You're really Tamsin, right?
No. Come on, you know this.
Her face just falls.
I know.
That's my best friend.
Look.
Oh,
You're
okay.
going to come with me. You're going to learn Vex. It's going to
I
help
don't know
you
why
cope
that
with this
surprises you.
disappointment right now.
It's going to help with your disappointment.
And I'm going to
He's like, I feel so old. all of a sudden.
there we go.
That's right.
Make a presence check.
If you go with Aid, if you go with her, you can try lots of dangerous things.
I super crit. Everyone take a hope.
And clear stress.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, so you super crit on Tammany.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Right where
She's
it
a
matters.
13-year-old girl, yes?
Yeah, she's a 13-year-old like Lord of the Flies style like lost boy who is just like you watch all the hope and love and light in her face drain away as she like comes to terms with the fact that you lied to her about being Tamsin,
Spend a beer?
and
Yeah.
it's going to appear on this here.
He's adopted the Vexen attitude.
And hold on one sec.
You ruined this person.
Let's get to wait. Now this we are at here.
Would you believe that I thought this was the right thing to do?
Unstable infrastructure. I'm gonna use unstable infrastructure, and like in the room you guys are standing in, like the floor just starts to settle.
Oh.
And like the ceiling cracks. What was her name? Epi.
Epi help.
Epi. Like her whole like ladder sways. I'm gonna do a roll for her.
Oh no, Epi! No!
She fails.
No, Epi! No!
And she falls.
Is she okay?
Can
She's gonna.
I help? Can I catch?
You could try to catch her. Yeah.
Okay.
Do a. This would be a finesse roll.
Okay.
None of my cards can
All
help.
right. I
people.
will. I will also use my mentacles to catch. So I'm gonna add. I'm not touching you.
Okay.
You want to re-roll that? Here, re-roll it.
Okay.
I care.
Okay, better. That is a 15 with fear.
A 50 with fear.
Uh-huh.
That is not a success.
Okay, is it close?
It is 1 away.
I'll use a prayer dice. And bump
Okay.
it up to 16.
Okay. Yeah, so she falls. You go to catch her. She's a little further up than you realized.
Uh-huh.
And so like your mentacles are slightly closer to the ground than you anticipated. So she falls almost all the way to the ground before you grab her out of the air. And then she's just sort of like, what happened?
Nothing happened, Epi. You're fine.
Oh, of course. I'm so sorry, Miss Freijst.
Gwen Stacy.
Wait. You're touching the person who knows about the lake house with your mandibles. You feel anything?
No, this is a loyal family servant who does everything in her power to compartmentalize everything she's ever seen. She is an iron trap of willpower and dissociation.
Gotta respect it.
So yeah.
So I think over in the corner, Sam is doing an orphan roll call.
Okay. You want to roll the orphans?
Well, I have a list of names.
Oh, you do? Okay, good.
Well, pool or
Good, good.
Water.
You're one and his nine.
Arthur, Arturo, Art, Andy, Andrew, Arnold, Arnie, Arn, Aaron with an A, and Aaron with an E. Get over here.
That is so funny. That is so funny. Oh my god, to jump from A to E is so funny. Oh my god. They're like, that's not our name.
Yeah, they all named themselves after Tamsin, Sam. Get with the program.
Well, I mean,
But, like,
this is your code name.
Timon.
It's Tamarin
Your
now.
word,
Yeah, Marin.
This is your
Temerity.
Arturo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To Martha.
We gotta change our names again.
I'm gonna issue each
You don't
of
have to
them
do
a
anything you
mock
don't
rock,
want to.
and say you will need to keep this with you. At some point, you may be called and given an address to meet. At that point, you will be assigned a message or cargo to carry to a specific location.
Sam, that's so sketchy.
Were you
And-
just carrying 10 burner phones?
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, also, can you want to make sure? I want to kind of just make sure they're loyal. Can you help me out with the no lies?
Tell no lies.
I can only do that to one person at a time.
It's gonna be a while, kids.
Wait, no, I shouldn't let you order me around, Sam. I'm not going to.
Your own damn house.
In my building in front of my staff.
All right.
I'm not going to.
So do we head out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta find Azure.
Yeah, we gotta go talk to Nadezhda.
What documents are you taking?
We wrote it down. It was
There's a lot more there.
I know, but I don't want it yet.
Okay.
I'll
okay.
come back for it later. The thing is, I don't want. I recognize I've become a very powerful person instantly. I don't want to become too powerful, or I don't want them to realize how much I know at first.
So you're intentionally like handicapping your usefulness.
Yeah, because if I start acting a
Right.
way they don't like, they can just kill me and keep reprinting me until one of me finally agrees to help. So I'm taking the port relationships information, all of it, and then I'm taking 2 decoy manifests and a real one. Decoy meaning they are real, but they're for things that are not that important.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah.
As you guys leave the office.
Oh, and the underfen information I know, but I didn't take with me.
Okay. So you left that in the thing.
Yeah.
As you leave the office, you see Tanner, Ravenet, and Blue are doing their doo-wop
Oh yeah.
in the hallway.
Oh, hey guys.
And they're like, hey.
Hey guys.
Don't
you
worry,
good?
I'm not going to throw up in your hat anymore. Sim healed me.
Oh,
Yeah, we're all good.
cool. I wasn't thinking about that, but now I am. So there's that. We good?
Yeah.
Yep.
We're leaving.
You I found some cool stuff here.
What?
Like literally pulls out like a painting, some books that are so old that when they open they like disintegrate. One of them points at a piano.
Ooh, bring that with us.
You can take the books, but leave the painting.
What about the piano?
Okay,
If you can move it, you can have it.
cool.
Guys?
Can we like hang out here?
No,
If you say so.
it's my building.
I agree.
It's cool, guys. We'll get a better hang.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
You can go back to Sam's lair with his orphans.
You say Zorfins?
His orphans, yeah.
That actually kind of works.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll just tag along. Do you guys have the documents for Katerina?
Yeah, but it's gonna, like, she can't just have that for free.
Okay.
I'm gonna need something in return that's not money. So
Like
noodle on it,
passage through the storm spire?
like, anytime I want.
No, like you already did.
She should have asked for that payment up front.
Okay.
She can negotiate with me if she wants to.
Cordelia.
But this is important stuff, guys. Okay, I'll
Can't
tell her
analyze
something.
it before we tell anyone anything.
So you guys are just you're gonna try to make sure you know what it is before you give it to her because you don't want to give her detritus.
Yeah, we don't want to give
Yeah.
her stuff. I mean, like,
Some oyster time.
I pull out one of the decoy manifests because I know that now that they can't read it, and I open it up like, this doesn't mean anything to you, does it?
They go, oi, oi, oi.
All right.
We gotta find out what it means.
I guess we would pile in Sam's enormous car.
Oh
Do
my
I still
god.
leave
I
the
just
car?
imagine
Yes. No, you don't. You got dropped off. I'm sorry.
Aw.
You got dropped off.
the idea that every once in a while there's a fourth one of them that just dances.
Yeah, just one that shows up.
All right. I guess we head to the garden
Promethean?
tower to
Yeah.
see who got
and-
kidnapped and whether we can get him back.
Aaron with an E is the one that it's my chauffeur. So they'll drive us around.
Aaron
I'm
with an
in
E
the
is
back
6
with
years old.
But not a really good driver. They just have like a phone book.
What's my driver's name?
Your driver's name is, let's roll for, well, this might be Philip with the long legs.
Philip with the long legs. I love that.
No, because he's a runner.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He's
No.
like crammed into the car.
forgot about
right.
Philip with the long legs. Can he be one of my personal staff?
Yes, he can. Sure.
Yes.
Trelmont,
Trelmont.
a halfling, a tall halfling.
He's like
Yeah,
Tim's
three-quarter
size.
yeah, basically. He's got like a lot of energy. He is
Perfect.
a ship's captain.
Oh, perfect.
Like he's not. He doesn't have a ship, but he's in train. He was in training to be a ship's captain.
yeah.
So he's like, I can do it.
Yeah.
I can do anything.
Sweet. Yes, absolutely. And if you want, we can put you back on the captain's training plan.
Aye, absolutely. Whatever you say.
I like
Yeah.
that attitude.
Hey, I've always been told I have a really good attitude.
Amazing.
All right. So it's like a boat, right?
Yeah, close enough.
Cool. Where is the steering wheel?
Right there.
So I sit down.
Yeah.
Cool.
You don't know how to drive?
No, I know how to drive a boat.
Okay, sit in the passenger seat. I'm gonna give me your sunglasses. Sam, also give me your sunglasses.
And then he made it. It takes out another.
Okay, sit in the passenger seat and watch everything I do and take notes.
Absolutely.
You too, Aaron with an E.
Can I also take notes?
Yeah, I'm gonna send you to driving school. Remind me to do
And-
that.
Aaron with an E, I'll get you a phone book to sit on so you can drive.
I'm going to sit in the back with Tammy saying, "Don't worry, my entire life fell apart 3 weeks ago. And now I'm a drug dealer
Tammany's
with
like,
a box full of mold."
drugs are good? Are they?
Don't show them box of
I'm
bones.
not going to show them box of mold.
But let's talk about, are the drugs good or not good?
Watch this. And I reach to my invisible moves and pull out the automatic weapon. Huh?
Hey, no guns in the
Life
car
can be
while I'm
pretty
driving.
good. Okay,
Hey, why
put
does
it
it
back
have
into-
lights on it?
I put back into
Is
the
it
vehicle.
gold plated just to be like?
I think the automatic weapon is analog.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So why is it rainbow colored? It has like a sheen over
Like a
it.
skin.
Yeah.
Because it's fun.
I thought I knew what fun meant, but I was wrong. On your fucking crit.
Okay, we drive back to the Prometheum, but when we're like 50 feet away, I make me and Trell swap spots, but we have to like crawl over the center console. And then I realize I shouldn't be sitting in the passenger seat either. So I crawl into the back.
And then we make
God.
Aaron with an E go up to the passenger seat.
So then I open the passenger seat or passenger
You guys-
side back door.
There is like apocalypse level physical destruction to this entire setting. And you guys are just parked 2 blocks away from where you're going and crawling around inside your car.
I
there's a-
can't be seen driving.
This is why we need chauffeurs.
It's
Okay, I open the passenger side back door and step out.
Trell is
Getting up.
there we go. Spend a beer on this. Hold on. Let's go to the environmental step block for this.
You stepped out while it was still in drive.
I think you did. I think you did. Make a finesse reaction.
agility
Yeah,
reaction?
agility. Sorry, agility.
And your driver's just like, am I supposed to do that?
It has not been in park this whole time. Is there
That's an
crawling
8.
over each other?
It's an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
fall.
he doesn't know how to park
You
it.
fall straight on your face,
Ah!
and you take 5 points of damage as the car dragged you slightly at 0.5 miles an hour.
Oh, Trell, my instinct is to fire.
Yeah, okay. This is how we're supposed to do this.
No, my instinct right now is to fire.
So,
you,
am I
and I'm
supposed to be-
trying really hard not to.
I noticed your foot is still in the car.
Yeah, no. Reach your
and
right hand.
there is a lot of blood.
Don't focus on that. Reach your right hand down. There's a thing you press and
Uh-huh.
you push for.
Okay,
Okay.
Aaron with an E, this is what we call a teachable moment.
Push the brindle to pee,
Okay.
and then. Oh wait, but
Puts it
on
in-
the brakes.
Puts it in R. You just start going backwards, so the car just packs up past you. Your foot is still stuck under the seat.
Do you
And
know how to read, Trell? I'm really trying to be patient right now.
I've never learned how to read.
As always,
Trying to get
Cordelia's greatest enemy is herself.
I'm trying to get her foot unstuck.
Make a finesse roll. Yeah.
That is a 14 with hope.
That does not succeed,
I'm sorry.
but you do. Actually, I'll say this.
You can be
I'm
taken
assuming
on
you're
this
gonna
belt.
help with this.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, add
If I
a
can.
advantage dice to this.
So add an advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. 17.
That succeeds.
Hooray.
You disentangle her as the car continues to go
Drop her out
backwards.
the car.
Yeah, you land on the ground, like your knee lands on the ground
Oh.
finally. You're like, ow, and the door just scrapes along like the back of your legs. And he's like, so
Somebody that knows how to read, show Trell the P on the prindle.
I think Aaron with an E is like, I know how to read.
Okay.
I
tell
love
him.
manga.
Tell him. Tell him before he ships it to P to put his foot on the big pedal in the middle under
Okay,
slowly. Don't
I can
press
just
the
put it in
trigger.
P.
No, it's. I
I
mean,
can just show him later.
okay.
Yeah. Don't.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody in the car is like, what, bam.
that's why I told you not to do that, but it's okay.
You're like a full 100 feet away at this point.
I'm like yelling.
Yeah.
It's like half a block.
Yeah. I think at this point we're gonna go to break.
And I'm just like, Aaron with an E, put it in drive.
Yeah, we'll go to break. We'll be back in like 10 or 15 minutes.
Cake break.
Yeah, it's cake break. Everybody, when you come back from cake break, let us know what cake you ate for cake break. And we'll tell you what we had for cake break. It's an exchange of cake, a cake exchange. That's my goal in life, is to invent a cake exchange, and I just did it.
Nailed it.
Stick around. We'll be back. Welcome back from cake break. What cake did you break today? We had Kringle,
2 flavors.
2 flavors of Kringle. Pecan. Do you know what Kringle is? I didn't know what Kringle was.
It's like a Danish, but big.
It's a circle it's like a whole Danish. Oh, it's kind of like a strudel if you like join the ends together, maybe.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a big flat donut.
Yeah, it's like a tire a little
Also,
bit.
speaking of cake, I put my pecan pound cake in the cake break channel, the recipe.
Oh,
So if you want it, It's there.
And
Don't
feel
ask-
free to go there, post pictures of your cake break cake.
Yeah. Marzipan and pecan. Very good. Okay, so where do we want to pick up at this point? I want to go back to my.
Well, we open on me standing up from being dragged.
Well, do we want? I
I'm
guess.
curious if we get
Park
our
the car.
kidnapped friend back,
Yeah.
whoever it is. I wonder.
I'm gonna lean over to Aaron with an E and be like, all right, every time she gets close, we'll pull a little bit further forward.
I'm gonna lean over to Tammany and be like, when they do that, be like, oh no, it's happening again. This is not deliberate.
I don't have to follow you guys. I don't have to do anything anymore.
I don't know what's happening. My friend, keep running.
I'm not going to.
I don't like this Cordelia with self-respect.
I think we've all gone downhill.
So after 15 more minutes, you guys looking around approximately 2 blocks away from the building you were trying to go to for longer than it took to get to that place. You guys approach the Prometheum, which
Yeah.
is again not perfectly like normal. Things are pretty destroyed in this area. The ground is pretty rough. The building has obvious there's like holes in the walls. There's places where like you can see where there been a fire coming out of the windows. Yeah. So one of the bigger weird things about this area right now is that there isn't a lot of what would normally be security. Which you probably would assume is because they don't have access to the spell grid, which is uncommon. They're pretty much all of their society is sort of built on constant, regular access to Wi-Fi, and when they don't have it, like their basic like material objects don't function necessarily.
Oh, seems like Leo hasn't fixed the spell grid yet.
That was literally like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, that's a tall ass.
He is a 14-year-old. But yeah, so what are you guys doing here? What are you looking for here?
Dragging down Adira.
Yeah.
Okay.
If
Is
you
there like
could, you could probably just text.
It's off the books. I could text her from one of my talk rocks.
All right.
Is there like an on-site daycare or something?
No,
No.
Shibble can hang out in my.
I'm just
the
trying to figure out if I need to drop in with an E-op somewhere.
That's not the Prometheum.
We're not at the Prometheum.
No, that's not at the Prometheum.
My office.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, you're right. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I was confusing where you guys went for the meeting
Yeah, no, that's
because that was
great
that was a
building.
Freijst tower. Yeah.
Well,
You're correct. That is true.
you're Tammany and Aaron with an E, and I guess Trell. You guys can hang out in Shibble Enrichment
Wait.
Zone.
It just occurred to me, how many people did we fit in that car? Because I think it was also this car.
It's like an
I think there were like 12 people in that car somehow.
That was like the
It's the size of a boat. It's
like-
bigger than
it's
an
like
Escalade.
Escalade.
Yeah.
We made the
I-
ska band. theme
Literally, I
song.
just picture like
I think they run on the roof.
the car from like Love Shack, or I'm like,
Yeah.
Me and
Yeah,
Chrysler,
yeah.
as big as a whale, and I'm about to set sail. Yeah,
no,
ska band, you can hang out in the Shibble Enrichment Zone too, if you wanna.
Scappa.
they're just like we're
Daddy's
gonna work on our next album.
Okay.
Capella.
Do you need?
Ska- yeah,
do you want
Scapella.
somebody to put together a recording studio for you? We got all the space.
Make a presence check.
Yes, and I didn't even roll my advantage yet. Okay, that is a 30 with hope.
Rennet and Tanner both just scream, and Blue just walks up to you, and tears in his eyes just hugs you.
Oh, okay. You're welcome, I
Steps
guess.
away and does like a salute.
Yeah.
Tanner and Rennet are like, where can we? What? Okay, how? Yes, please, yes.
Is
Okay.
this revenge for taking some of your orphans?
Maybe. Come with me.
Okay. They follow you.
Okay, let's go.
Where you guys?
Just listen anyway.
Well, I'm dropping off everybody that's not the four of us at my office in
Okay.
the Shibble enrichment zone.
Okay.
And I tell magically my 17 new house staff are here. And I tell them, can you to construct a recording studio for the daddies? And then we're going to go find Nadira.
Okay. So you guys drop off a bunch of people with some construction requests.
Yeah.
At your apartment, your new apartment / office space.
Mm-hmm.
In my head, the Shibble enrichment zone is a reclaimed shoe closet.
Must
So
be a
there's just a
pretty
lot
big
of
shoe
like
closet.
shelves, like on the wall, and like they have like now they're full of like food and cans, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like wood, like teak, you know. Yeah.
I
And then,
picture the door is still the same that you would have on like a dog carrier with like a little.
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to drop my lizard off in the Shibble enrichment zone too.
Your lizard just like climbs up into a jacket sleeve and disappears.
Also, for the record, I'd like to say it makes sense ecologically that my lizard would be resistant to poison, which means that I protected it for no reason last week.
Oh, that is, yeah. It was an emotional protection,
Yeah.
you know? That's what happens when it comes down to like a very stressful moment. You reach out to the
Yes.
people you really love, like your lizard. Yeah. You guys go off to find Nadira.
Mm-hmm.
You walk up to her office floor, which is Morella's old office, which you know is like you take the elevator to a floor.
It's like 80 something, right?
And it's a floor where it's like really open, and there are usually magic walls everywhere.
Yes, it was all like, it was literally just the walls and the one desk. It was very scary.
But you step out, and the first thing you notice is that it is empty, hollow, and those walls are not there because there is an echo. Like you cannot, like it is just like walking into a dance studio in tap shoes, right? And all of you at once.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hello.
I like what you've done with the place.
Jeez.
Place.
Christ.
We're back.
Echo.
Okay.
Okay, we'll stop talking.
She gets up from her desk, walks over to you guys. You see that she's not wearing shoes. And she gets to where you are. She's like, "Hi,
Haven't you had anyone make it not echoey?
You could get some
the
rugs
magic
in
is
here.
off."
It's
You
called
could just-
rugs.
Yeah. You
What?
can just build it.
No, I know. I'm as new as you are.
Well, in my time, I constructed an entire Shibble enrichment zone.
And you're building an
You got a
recording
shoe
studio.
closet. I just have an empty floor. Morella took every single like surface out of here that wasn't just a solid, flat, hard surface.
I could buy you some rugs.
It's not a matter of money. The matter of how the fuck do I get it into the building when there's no fucking magic?
Real conundrum. Anyway, have you return
elevator
our
still
friends now?
It's mechanical. Your friend, right? Hold on. She like walks back to her desk, comes back, and gives you like a card. It's like a comedically long walk back there and back.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a
Card.
comedically long card.
No. It's a receipt turned
Beautiful.
sideways.
You did.
Yeah.
You really did.
And it just says, "Please release Echo."
You were right. Right before you were out of the room, I said, watch, it's not even going to be Azure. It's going to be Echo.
Yep.
Of course it is.
Who do we present this to?
And do we have to present it to anybody?
No, we're saving my friend. Okay.
Okay.
Well, this is what you asked for.
Oh, okay.
She can't read it.
Wow.
It's a decoy.
Make an instinct check for me.
Okay. So even if she can read, 12 with fear. Wait,
it's a reaction roll, so it doesn't get.
Okay, do I get to add my advantage since she's rich?
Yeah, I'll say yes.
17.
Okay, here's what you realize as she's looking at it. This is the look that people always get when they look at Freijst ledgers,
Mm-hmm.
Freijst documents, all this stuff, this like sort of legendarily arcane, like labyrinthine, homebrewed math,
Mm-hmm.
etc. Like, and you looking at it and you're like, this is just straightforward documentation.
Yeah, like it's a table.
Yeah. And it's like, she's like, interesting.
Okay, have fun with that.
She like turns it upside down.
Yeah, like sideways, like looks through a light, like.
And for the record, Oswald's not going to be a problem, so don't worry.
Okay, but what?
Don't worry about it.
Make a presence check.
Oswald.
Adding
Harold,
rebellious
or
start.
What's the
Eldon Oswald.
Oh,
Eldon?
Okay. 17 plus 2, 19 plus 1, a 20 with hope.
A 20 with hope.
Yeah.
Wow. She like looks beyond the thing as you guys are sort of walking away. She's looking at it. She's like, what did you do?
Nothing to Oswald.
let's just say he's been put in his place.
Okay, well,
Don't worry about it. It's
I'm
not your
not,
problem.
you know what? It's not my problem. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely rolls up the thing.
He sent
Gave her
people.
hand to hers. We leave.
Yeah, I saw you steal it. I just,
I
you know.
don't work without getting paid. We could have made this much easier. Anyway,
He sent someone into my office without asking, in case you're wondering.
Oh. Wow, that's rude.
Yeah.
hey, I heard Leo monks once said that they were going to kill the moon.
Make a presence check.
It was
In the dust.
No, I know.
Yeah.
The question here is
I crit
how
on
does
3.
she has this, so she has like armfuls of folders, right?
It depends
And
on
she
which
just-
one.
She just drops like every document in our hands.
Maybe don't fuck with me again.
Because look, if you're going to kill Arkell, sure, but Brian, come on.
Pretty
Very
sure.
easy.
I'm pretty sure you weren't there when that happened. So how do you know about that? She's like,
I don't know.
do you have
Anyway,
My
bye.
invisible notes.
my notebook?
As I said, this could have been very easy. You could have just paid me to do a job.
And hey,
Anyway, have a good day.
don't steal my car again.
You could have paid all.
I
the bills to
recovered
do-
your car.
Sure, Sam, honestly,
For
we did
you.
you a favor.
Okay, I can't even argue with that.
What were you going to do? Have Aaron with an E go get it?
I mean, I was going to go find
Who
it.
the hell is Aaron with an E?
One of Sam's
He's
staff.
he's a very competent young man.
Dork's clothing, okay?
Well, gang, I think we certainly made a great impression on Nadira.
Okay. Do we guess where we can put?
We don't know where
Who's
to
that
take
car?
this. This is-
It just says, please release Echo.
okay, I'm going to go to the...
Wait,
Is there
really
a
though?
security
Echo
person?
kind of sucks.
He's my friend, okay?
Besides, we can board the orphans at
It has a QR code on
a
it.
few.
Oh,
Yeah, once we kick the
which phone should we
Shibbles out.
scan this with? The Arden
Honestly, just
phone?
get the orphans some pudding. there.
Spend a beer?
Me scanning a QR code?
Your phone doesn't turn on.
Oh. Can I rub
talk
it
rock?
on the dungeon?
No, it's not
screen?
working.
My Ardent one? Okay, next one. This is-
Whatever's causing the rolling sort of power outages
Uh-huh.
seems to be especially powerful at the moment.
Okay.
Even
even next to Nadezhda.
Like it's sort of
Wait.
flickering a little bit, but
Okay. I remember that Nico Laterre was supposed to be like the holes in the spell grid.
yeah, see here.
Absence of magic. Can I make an instinct roll?
sure.
I'm like trying
Do you
all
have
of
any
my
notebook?
phones. Even the braced phone. is-
Yeah, I mean they're flickering. You know?
yeah.
Can I roll to see if I
How
had
does
some
this
milk
thing
with me?
work?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't even know what I'm
Let's
rolling.
make a luck check. You're doing a D12. Just roll a 1 through 6. No. 7 through 12. Yes.
Well,
No.
No. Okay.
that is a 21 with hope, so
It's
And
one
I
with
am-
hope.
full up.
I mean, what are you thinking in this moment? What's your question to yourself?
The idea is, did you tell me about my brother at all?
I told you about him. I don't know if Shibble had time.
Did Shibble?
We had a whole drive back.
Would have, yeah. I mean, I did show up in Leo's car.
Shibble talked about
Yeah, did we just leave that there?
No, they drove it back.
Oh, okay.
Shibble got dropped off.
Yeah.
um
Mom,
He
come
said he
pick me
doesn't
up.
care. But then he kicked
Aw.
me. But then he hugged me.
oh, that's 14. Yeah.
And Vex.
Mm. A real throwback. Anyway.
Yeah, I remember when you were like that. That was right before he went away.
Kicked the boy I liked until he was bloody. Anyway.
I showed
It
Sebastian.
really does explain a lot about the Vex relationship that I've experienced.
Okay, so big picture is Nicolater causing these. Smaller picture is Nicolater here right now with my brothers.
Wait, you have a personal chef?
Down 40 floors, yeah.
Can you ask him to bring us some milk?
Well, should we?
So you have advantage.
Okay.
No, just if you want to know if Nico Later's here.
Oh, yeah, it'll curdle. Here, okay. Beep.
We'll say that when the doors open here on your floor,
Mhm.
there's a momentary, blindingly bright flash of light.
Oh gosh.
It came from outside, and you can see that on top of the storm spire, where a sort of effigy of your brother has been burning for a long time, it seems to be burning much, much brighter. And you watch as it becomes hard to look at, brighter than the sun.
Either of them.
Either one, yeah. Well, the pink one isn't very, very bright. It's not nearly as bright as the real one. But and then it goes out, and he's not there.
Does the
Well,
talk
that
rock
doesn't
work?
great make me feel great.
This wasn't.
Does the talk rock start working when he goes out?
Okay, we need some milk stat, please.
The valet. No, who is it? Which one is it? The butler?
James.
James.
James came with.
I think James actually probably stayed. It's probably like the
It's
young
like-
butler.
Yeah, the James and
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's like we can roll on this. Let's roll. Somebody roll a D100 for me.
It's my soul. 57.
Bully Sully, 39-year-old half.
Bully Sully?
Yep, Bully. Bully Sully. Yeah,
No,
like
that's
Bully Sully.
so much.
Um,
Can't wait to make half Sully.
yeah, it's very good. Look, I only have one thought at a time. Okay. Yeah, just a young, or youngish by comparison to James, halfling, woman. She is very plump. She has big rosy cheeks. She kind of gives like was it Shire?
Yes,
yeah,
it
Hobbit.
should be like a serving wench in like a
Yeah.
medieval
She's
tavern.
got that vibe, and she's like, "I could be your butler."
Yeah, do it.
Okay, she
Give me
brings
some
back
milk.
2 jugs of milk.
Okay, let's look. Let's give him a sniff.
What are you doing with my milk? I need that for soup.
Oh no, we just need to check it to make sure it has.
Who is this woman who she came and stole
That's
my
my
soup?
butler. Please be nice to her.
Okay.
We have to
Yeah.
smell the milk to make sure
You
that
should introduce me to the staff.
they just got here and I just got back. You know, I almost died this morning.
Hey, could you
That would be so terrible.
Oh wow.
bring some security people here so we can?
No, they are gone.
Hey,
I'm security.
There you go. You have your
I'm gonna take some of the milk and
could
put it
I
in
take
a little.
the card, the long card?
Yeah. It's literally a receipt tape.
What is the chef gonna do with this?
What do you want me to do?
I would like you to release Echo from prison, please.
Is this a kind of bread or something?
Well, okay, let's try.
I might have to just go to the prison.
I mean, you kind of have to do that anyway.
Yeah, I do.
But yeah, I take some of the milk and put it in like a vial and just put it in my pocket.
Is
The
the
milk is fine.
okay? You can have your milk back. You have a really bad
Thank
attitude.
you.
You know.
I do. It
But
is true.
I know that makes you a great chef,
It
so I'm not
does.
gonna fire
I'm a
you.
terrible person and very toxic. But that makes sense. It's all made up for by the fact that I cook food well.
Yeah. Shibble, what did you give this guy's soup out of 10?
Soup out of 10.
Oh wow. That is okay. Thank you very much.
Shibble's winning hearts left and right.
With a soup.
You may have some soup.
Can we have some soup cups to go?
Absolute.
Okay.
With straw.
Of course.
Crazy strong.
I'll have a regular straw.
We only have the crazy
You're gonna
straw.
have to go with straw.
I want I want
You
silly
cannot
straw
have
so
the
bad. I'm
potato
trying to
or
be
the
serious.
salami without the crazy straw.
Potato with the crazy straw.
Yes. Okay.
Are you gonna have some soup?
Nadezhda has one bendy straw and is like, oh, this is fun.
Sam's got the straw that's
This straw goes back.
I have like one of those plastic like yard of beer things you get in Vegas. Full of soup.
A vuvuzela full of soup.
Hand grenades.
You've got a fishbowl,
Yeah.
but you're not sharing.
It has ice cubes in it. Yeah. You guys enjoy your potato and salami soup?
That is soup out of 10.
This-
Excellent
Oh,
work.
thank you so much.
This is so good.
Well, if you would like to leave a review on
How do I
my
do that?
on my profile, when this person comes back,
I-
I mostly cook with propane.
I write 5 on a note card and hand it to him and sign my name.
I had
Wait,
them
can I
talk-
stamp the note card with the seal?
Yes, you can.
That doesn't do anything to me.
No, there's
I filled up 5 icy and put it in his pocket.
oh, this is how rude. Wow.
I threw it back in his face for you.
In my country of Torture, I could slap you for that.
You can slap him if you want.
Oh, thank you very much. Slap.
I can't even be mad at you because of how good that is.
See what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
My-
Enable your talking.
a complete lack of personality or personal coping skills. But I make the fucking soup.
Your that note card with that stamp on it means it's from me, so like you can just that's a 5-star review right there. Analog edition.
Thank
And
you
just to be
very
clear, it's a
much.
5-star review, not a 5 out of 10, right?
Yeah, no, everything's out of 5 stars here.
Okay.
Soup out of 10.
Soup out of 10. Maybe we open up a store together. I know you're a very famous face. You do all kinds of food promotion.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah, we
I'm always
open
looking for investment opportunities.
Okay, let's have a meeting maybe later.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think we might have more important things to do.
Fully
first, but
pencil it in on
we'll
my
come back to
agenda.
this.
Okay.
Thank you.
I need to schedule a meeting with you. I have a presentation I want to make.
Okay, fully put Sam on my agenda,
Okay.
but less priority than the soup.
You hear like, okay. The chef wanders away.
Okay, we go find the prison, I
There's the
guess.
DM man, like, okay, then enough of that.
No.
Fine.
I'm honestly
That's
just
fine.
making myself hungry. Man, I do want that soup. A nice potato
Okay,
and
I
cheese.
guess we
and
go to prison now.
salty
Yeah.
soup.
I mean, do we have to go to
Dress up as
prison?
Tam.
You guys don't have to, but I'm going. Tamsin, are you okay?
You just guys dressed about the wanted criminals too.
I don't do that.
Oh, so all of the people that were like the Freijst retainers and the people they're all at the tower.
The
at Freijst
people
Tower.
awaiting processing.
Yeah.
Is Echo also there, or is he in a different prison?
You don't. I didn't say Echo was in prison.
Wait, okay, well, we'll go to the Freijst prison because I need to go there anyways.
So who do we present the card to, though?
There'll presumably be somebody there.
I'm so glad I stole that notebook.
She was fully lying.
What? The echo's even been taken?
No, I mean, she just like grabbed at literally anything that she knew about you guys. So she was honest about the fact she had very little power over the situation, but she would do what she was capable of doing, and that was.
So they do have echo, but that she couldn't really do anything about it besides write this note with
Yeah.
the QR code.
Yeah.
Okay.
That basically just it verifies that it was her that did it, even though she can't be present.
Yeah. Oh, like her soul print, kind of.
It's
Is it literally her soul print?
it's not literally a soul print. It's like a Bitly version of a soul print.
The short.
It's like a signature, but literally written out onto
Spending
a
a fear
card.
on the Bitly soul print.
Oh, I spent a fear on this. Okay, so wait, I spent a fear, but where are we right now?
I'm going to prison, I
You're
think.
going to the prison? Okay.
You guys don't have to come with, but if you wanna, you can.
Are we gonna fight people?
I
Hopefully
mean,
not.
we're not supposed to, but knowing us, I'm going to say yes.
Are we going to stage a prison break?
We don't need to stage a prison
All right,
break.
I
We want
tattooed
to.
the plans to the prison on myself. No,
Are you guys
he's
walking?
incarcerated.
It's like next door, right?
No, it's not next door.
Oh,
It's,
okay.
it's probably like a half mile away.
Yeah, we'll have Aaron with an e-drive us.
She can't drive.
That's a 10-minute walk.
Yeah, we'll walk.
All right, I'm just trying to give Aaron some experience.
Yeah, but she totally misunderstood the Prindle, and I don't want to get dragged on the ground again. So
Did I take? I don't know if I took.
You
the vote. One second.
misunderstood it first.
Okay, so here is the fear I spend here. As you guys are walking, for some reason, as you're talking, you stop being able to hear yourself talk.
Can we can't hear anything?
Nothing.
I'm gonna text the group chat, but it's just a bunch of exclamation points.
is it the one with the daddies
make
or the one
presence
just
roll.
Yeah, it's including go to the daddies.
Make a presence roll.
And then like the guy going, oh yeah, all right. That is a 21 with fear.
You with a fear? Okay.
No, 23.
23 with fear. So success with fear here. You mark a stress, but the message appears to send.
Okay, I'm going to cast Counterspell.
Ooh, yes.
Instead of doing that, give me an instinct roll, if you don't mind.
Can I use what
Yeah, you can use what you just rolled.
it would be the same thing because
Yeah, yeah.
it is 18.
This is not a spell.
Hmm.
This is some fuckery with the whatever's going on with the spell grid. Some sort of like feedback or something like that.
I send Sam back a colon and a parenthesis that's a frown.
Make a presence roll.
There's no reason to do this, and I got a
Write it down.
and I got a 9 or a 10 with fear.
You mark a hope. I'm sorry. Mark a stress. And you will not be able to speak out loud
Devastating.
for the rest of the day.
Do I know this?
No, I think what happens is you just sort of like feel something in your throat.
Do I notice them both getting?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
It's really for the rest of Sylvain that I can't
Yeah.
speak.
Out.
Were you silent or were you silent?
Max is. I'm gonna just take out a piece of paper and write not a spell.
I'm gonna write on the back of the giant long receipt. It's like I can't talk.
Keep walking.
Okay.
Do we get out of the bad vibes area?
I'll never live that down. Oh, it's bad vibes, guys. This is bad vibes helium, or whatever the nitrogen, opposite of helium, goes. It's heavier. Nitrogen, it's heavier. No, you don't.
It's
Do we make it to the prison and it's still like
Yeah. Yeah, and there's sort of an
Do we see anybody
eerie
else
quiet.
along the way?
Yeah, you see big people.
Do they seem
Like
to be?
they're not. These are like so the people you see walking or like physically see people like as opposed to just vehicles or people in a window. They are some of the more destitute, like the people that you saw when you went to the Aphasia network.
Mm.
Where that people were very upset.
I'm gonna wave at one of them and point at my mouth and like show up.
Nothing.
They don't even react.
No, they react.
Oh.
They're also not able to talk.
I'm gonna write on that piece of paper. Well, it's a good thing we have a note saying what we want.
Yeah, you get to the jail. It is a disaster.
Of course.
There's no security. People are freaking out. Yeah. What you could do?
There's no security, so people are just like in cages, or
Yep.
Locked in them?
Yep.
There's no.
Prison break! Exclamation point.
Okay, like, can I see who's here?
Yeah, you can do a little
Like a little
surveillance.
knowledge? Because that would be recall.
Who are you looking for right now? Are you looking for Freijst people?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
And Echo, but
I'm looking
Yeah.
for
I don't
a
know if Tamsin
pair
is here.
of keys or a cell release lever.
Make a knowledge roll. What did you do?
My knowledge is 16 with hope.
Mark your hope. What did you get?
That is 23 with hope.
23 with hope.
I got
Mark your hope.
rolls.
So you find a pair of, or not a pair, a jailer's key ring, that is rusty and like is almost never been used, except for very recently.
16. with
16
hope.
with hope. On a 16 with hope, you do not see Tamsin.
Okay.
How many? Roll a d10.
Okay.
I'm going to start unlocking cells.
10.
10. Okay. We're gonna do this 1 and 2. All right. So
Hannibal Lecter on one cell. Nobody lives forever.
you see George Halsey.
Wow, the whole Halsey.
The whole Halsey family. Yeah. There are several entire families on these lists.
Yeah.
This one just happens to be, or for some reason you keep rolling Halseys.
Halseys.
All right, so that's you see. So George Halsey is the third shift chauffeur from the lake house.
Oh, he's seeing some stuff.
Yeah. Also, he likes to take high people to get stuff to eat. That's
Oh.
like a thing he does.
Yeah, we should rent him out to Sam.
You see another Halsey.
The dice tell
Do
the
the
story I want to tell.
Rosie Halsey.
Rosie Halsey, okay.
48-year-old human. She's a chambermaid from your grandfather's house.
Oh, and they got her?
Yeah.
Even though that was the house that was locked down?
Yep.
Interesting.
There when you were there, people mentioned that like people had gone missing.
Yeah. And I guess grandfather wasn't there.
And
They
people
said
would be
he was
out for
there when
errands and
things
stuff.
Yeah,
happened.
exactly. Yeah.
So,
And also a lot of people that showed up there, they weren't originally like of the house
yeah.
staff. They were like some the kids especially. That's why they were like orphans, or because they were like collecting kids.
Oh.
Right. So that's how many was that? 2?
That was 2, yeah. Sorry, you're going to have to do this 10 times.
That's okay. Rena Pole is a lady's maid from your cousin's parents' house.
Oh.
She's a human. She's 35. And
Great.
you know her from
Yeah.
when you guys were kids. 51 is the next one. Zarin Cole, a 30-year-old human, is archivist who focuses on family records.
Ooh, you're going to be very handy, Zarin.
How many is that?
That's 4.
Okay, so this is the 5th. This is 11. 11 is
Maybe
Kessa
they can
Brim.
tell you about some of the
Kiss the broom?
failures and
Kessa Brim.
Oh, gets a brim.
Yes, a brim.
She's a stevedore.
A what?
Stevedore.
Don't put that.
Doctor. Yep. For the
Like Shibble.
specifically for actually, yeah. This is exactly, you see her, you're like, oh, I know her. She's a 50-year-old human. She has like short hair.
Shibble knows her.
And she is the chief stevedore for the private family
That's a good-
cargo.
This Freijst gotcha game is going pretty well for me. She's a 5-star pool.
85. Yeah, she is actually. The last two have been. 85 is Hassakol.
Oh, another Cole.
Hassakol is a 33-year-old human who is very sort of like sort of hunched over, thin, sort of shoulders in, inky fingers. She is a junior contracts clerk
Oh,
that
amazing
does the
too.
Vexen network for trade.
She's a 4-star at least.
Yeah. How many is that? 6?
Yeah.
49 is the next one. 49 is Xenavos, a 35-year-old Dracona. She is a butler. And you would know that she is from your grandfather's house.
Okay.
She must have been out on errands for
Mhm.
whatever reason. 91. That is Nellen Sully.
Another Sully.
Um,
Rolling a lot of family members.
this is a scullery boy from the lake house, a 19-year-old half.
Okay.
And then 62 is Cor Halsey. Cor Halsey is a human, 60 years old, walks the cane, is the groundskeeper that's consulted the lake house.
Okay. So I just need one more.
31. Thistle Halsey.
We already got Thistle Halsey.
Oh, did we? Okay, yeah.
This was Evan.
Sorry, you're right. That's 16.
There can't be that many more Halseys to get.
Pel Eska.
Hell Eska.
Yeah, PELL.
You get a bonus if you collect the whole
ESK.
set.
Yeah, there's like a
They
plus.
also sit in a cabinet for you.
Peleska is a human senior gardener, knows every plant that the whole family has ever used.
Well, I'm out to Nadezhda.
Okay, so I hold up a piece of paper and I write "I'm in charge now" on it, and I hold it up
Make a presence check.
using my
This
reputation.
feels like a threat.
Can I put a smiley face next to it?
Yeah, but behind
No,
you,
winky face.
behind you, Sam is one.
Tone indicator positive.
That's a
Behind
winky
you,
face.
Sam is one.
Yeah.
That's gonna just be. It's with hope. It is a 16.
That succeeds. So it barely succeeds. But you see that you sort of like they all look, like I said, they're all, not all of them, but a lot of them are panicking.
Yeah.
And you're able to sort of collect some of the ones that you recognize and calm them down and just be like, just by being a Freijst
Yeah.
here in like an ardent space, or it was a Freijst space, but Ardent's running it now. And then
He's
this
running it
weird
right
shit's
now.
happening. Yeah, well, right now that's kind of true. So you kind of calm them down a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, flip the page. Draw a bad drawing of Echo. Do you know where he is?
Make a finesse check.
Wait, I can.
It's really good. The 27 with hope.
You draw an incredible bad drawing. No, you
Like one of those caricatures.
yeah.
Like it's really good.
You emphasize all the distinguishing characteristics on Echo. You're like, he has a mole here and it's like huge, and like a scar here and it's just like a slash through the face. And I think from that, yeah, they're like, oh yeah, like, yeah. No, here.
Okay.
I'm going to write on a piece of paper. You're looking to get revenge on Ardent. Come talk to me.
Make a presence check.
I go to be like, Sam, no, but nothing
This
comes
seems
out.
important, so I'm going to use. Okay, I'm going to pull this in, which is free, and I'm going to use bold presence to add strength to it. Oh, that's cocked. Okay. That is 9. Can I add my experience? What if God was all of us?
On the ground.
Because I'm trying to create a movement.
It's very interesting to ask that. Yeah, I'll say you can do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it doesn't help because it only makes it 11.
Yeah. There's a way to understand that question that makes it worse.
Like this jail, does it look like, old Westy jail, like 6 cells or something, or does it look like
Like a prisoner in
200
jail.
people, like a
I mean, this isn't like a real jail.
There's 312
Yeah.
at least Freijst people being held here.
These are like shipping offices
Mhm.
that have been like
converted.
converted to like just hold people
Okay.
I'm letting
as
everybody
they're
out.
waiting for processing.
That'd be
Yeah, I mean, we can't.
a new choice.
Oh, new choice. Okay.
If there's no one here,
We should just let them all out.
Yeah, it's not
we
like we
should
can
let
ask
them
them
out.
if they're-
and also they're gonna die.
This is this is a full blown brig.
Okay.
This is a brig.
This is just letting more credence to my concept that they were pirates a long time ago and just rebranded
Yeah.
themselves.
Okay, so I'm going to go through
They went from pirates to privateers. to
Yeah.
shipping.
Yeah.
arcane sense because I mean I can't talk or yell.
It's like a picture of your great-great-grandfather and just got like an eye patch and a parrot.
I assume like
Doesn't she want an eye
Thompson,
patch now?
Cordelia's a little magic. She's a fairy. I assume.
Yeah. I think.
Oh yeah, Tamsin.
While Sam is occupied.
Yeah, I
by
think.
kind of the guy who can
Tamsin's
handle
got
the fight.
the flight, not the luck, but
Give me
it's still
a
magic.
instinct roll.
$13.
You want to re-roll it?
Do you want me to?
I think the DC is probably 16 based on the environment, so it's up to you.
I mean, it's your sister.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
And I'll aid you by drawing a picture of her.
Okay. So I add advantage?
Yeah.
$19.
19.
With hope.
Okay. With hope.
Hold up.
So. Like I said, there's people being processed here. There's actual like physical paperwork here. This is not the kind of paper that is like the crazy stuff you guys encountered at the beginning. This is like handwritten on hard paper, like notes. And you see like somebody's like built like a little file system to like track like important people in this facility, and they have Tamsin upstairs.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna grab Cordelia's hand and
Okay, I rip out some paper
make little like wing things and take her
and
upstairs.
I draw a stick figure of Shibble kicking down a door and hand it to you.
I think we have the keys also.
Yeah.
Well, 2 can do more than one. They're like,
And I'm
there are
busy.
people there.
I mean, it's going to take a while to let everyone out.
Assuming somewhere. They said that they saw him and he's here, but we haven't seen him yet.
Can I seek him mentally?
Mentally. Yeah.
You did
that-
touch him before.
Yeah.
Well, Shibble touched him before with their mentacles, so I feel like maybe they would have a mentacle memory.
Like a bloodhound.
Yeah. It's like a bloodhound, but it's for mentacles, you know? Yeah, make a strength roll.
You know what his
Psychic
weak
touch.
mind feels like.
I'm gonna add I'm not touching you.
Yep.
I'm glad I did because that makes that a 17 with fear.
17 with fear. Okay. So on a 17 with fear,
Do
you
I locate him?
you do locate him.
Cool.
He is also upstairs. Immediately you can tell he's unconscious.
Mm.
It is it's sort of like a bloodhound. You recognize his sort of signature, his presence, but you also immediately recognize that it's there's a
Bad vibes.
a frisson that he has when he's awake.
Uh-huh.
He's like always a little bit anxious, always a little bit keyed up, right? And there's and right now what you feel is like it's like he's dormant or like he's like hibernating or something. But yeah, he's upstairs.
Okay.
Are there
Yes.
like different keys for the different floors?
I
Or-
don't think there's
Is there
any
just, like, one-
indication. I tell you what, I'll spend a fear on this. There isn't an indication on it.
So you just have to
So I'm just
cycle
having
through
to try.
everything.
Yeah.
What's my progress at this point on this? I'm getting unreleased.
I guess we'll say that you're doing that while they're upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, we going
Okay.
upstairs.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go in and I guess go find
I would say
Tamsin.
yell if you need me, but
Yeah, so
But-
upstairs there are more private quarters. It looks like these aren't brig doors. These are like office doors that are like they're not solid wood or anything, but they're at least like
Good thing we brought you.
and it's just like a hallway of doors with like trays and bottles of water in the hallway, like mounds of laundry. There is good reason to assume these doors are locked because nobody's left, and you saw how agitated people were downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I look in? Is there like viewing?
No, there's no like window.
Oh. But I have my arcane sense. Can I
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can try to walk through and feel. Yeah, I think you register that Tamsin is like one of the first doors, probably the second door on the left.
okay. On the door.
Nothing.
well, he didn't hear it. So
Okay, I slide my piece of. I add -C heart to the bottom of the paper that says
I
I'm in
thought there
charge
was
now,
no sound
winky
at all.
face,
Am
and I slide it
misunderstanding
under the
that?
door.
The sound is like the overall sound is very dampened.
Okay.
It's like underwater almost.
Wait, and then I slide it part way, then I take it back out, and I write, and we're gonna try to get you out, and then slide it back underneath.
Okay.
Nothing, no response.
I
pull
have
it
pick
back.
and pull.
You pull it
So,
back.
At this point,
I'm
I'm
gonna
going
write-
to start using pick and pull to
What do you write?
I was gonna write stand back.
You slide it back. As Nadezhda's
Okay.
like trying to finesse the luck.
so that is 13.
That doesn't pass.
Okay.
When one door closes.
Yeah.
Not bad.
21 with fear.
It's one with fear. Okay.
Bust down Tamsin's door.
So here's what happens here. You I mean, describe how you enter the door, I guess. Tell me how you think you're approaching this, given what you understand.
Their manticles can pick locks.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but they're
Shibble would never
fine.
pick a lock.
Well,
I
Charge.
am backing up to the opposite wall, and then I'm just gonna run at
To
it.
be fair, Shibble said stand by.
Yeah, no, yeah. it's
And
fair.
Tamsin's probably unconscious and didn't get the
Um,
message, but
Well,
You-
Tamsin's on the ground now. That'll see them.
You hit this door and it's like you're hitting a stone wall, not a door. It's kind of the feeling. There is definitely something directly behind the door.
oh no.
And you push through it. Like it doesn't prevent you from opening the door, but it's like it's just like this is a very flimsy door. It shouldn't be this hard to open with your shoulder, and it is for some reason. And like almost immediately you detect that like these doors open like this, like, and there's something on the ground like behind the door. So like yeah, you push through it, and you enter a not very large office. There is a bed in the office, and you see what was the something born? Luckborn?
Fortune
Fortune born,
Blessed.
Fortune blessed.
Yeah.
A fortune blessed sibling of Cordelia's, asleep.
Is this one of the siblings that Dagger works against?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
asleep on
stab
the
her in her
bed.
sleep.
I just
Manacled to the bed.
categorize everything into two.
The manacles are rubbing at her wrists, at her feet, her ankles. She looks like they're probably infected.
Ugh.
And yeah, and she's not waking up.
Can I pick some locks on manacles?
I will also pick locks.
Oh, that's real bad. That's a +4.
Crit.
It's a 13 with fear.
A 13 with fear. So you
Crit
go
advantage.
to like pick a lock on one of these things, and your lockpick breaks.
Ah.
But you go to grab a different one, and you just smush it, like it just like crumples like a beer can in your hand. And yeah, that is all 4, we'll say. And she does not move. Wounds are pretty bad.
I'm gonna try to pick her up.
Make a strength check.
I have a -1, by the way.
So instead you have to Shibble.
It's a 9 with fear.
Cool.
You actually just drag her onto the
Yeah, I think you do. I think you unironically try to pick her up, and you just straight up like your sense of balance is completely off here. And actually, I think this sort of silence is kind of fucking with your balance a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And you do sort of just like pull her off the bed, and she just sort of collapses onto the floor, like no resistance to falling at all. She hits her head on the floor, and it's like silent and really eerie.
I'll pick her up.
I'm going to bring her to Sam.
Make a strength check. I assume you'll pass.
That is a 16 with hope.
Yeah, pass.
All right.
Talk about fortune bless.
Oh yeah, so you have her.
All
You
right.
gonna
I
look for
will-
Echo?
Yeah.
I'll take her back downstairs.
Yeah. I guess we'll
I don't know how we're
continue.
gonna find him, but we're gonna keep looking.
You can go door to door.
Just pick. We can. Both of us are pretty good at picking locks, so we can just pick.
I mean, like, if I progress wise on this floor,
I'll tell you in a second. I think you've gotten through the whole left side on this floor.
Nice. Sam's good at unlocking doors.
Yeah.
when I have the keys.
You guys try to pick locks upstairs.
Yeah.
And in the second room, in the first room that you picked the lock of, there's somebody in there that you don't recognize at all.
Uh-huh.
And in a similar condition.
Okay.
And the second room, you find Echo again, same sort of thing. Also, they're not wearing like their clothes; they're wearing like hospital robes.
Oh, weird. Okay, I got a 16 with hope for finesse to pick locks, like in general.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know how many doors that gets me, but I'm
2. It's just 2 in.
okay.
It's the second one you try. So, Echo's there. He's substantially larger than.
Yeah, I can't lift him,
Yeah.
so I just go outside and I'm like,
Do you need me to come back?
You guys could tag team roll it.
after I drop Tamsin
well, I don't
Sam?
know. Would you know to come back?
I mean, I knew there was another
Okay.
person up there.
Yes,
because
so
I'm
yeah,
the
you
one
can come
who got
back.
there first.
I'm gonna go to the doctor. Like,
Okay, where do you think you're going to find a doctor? There aren't a lot of doctors in Vescarre. There are some.
They're the office. Like, yeah, they're really mostly at the office.
Yeah.
So you bring Tamsin to me.
Mhm.
I write a note that says, I am very underline, tapped out.
That's fine.
I
Oh.
can't do much.
All right, so I guess we just let everyone in this prison die? I don't
No,
know.
we're gonna try and free them, and then we'll
If I
bring
can
them.
do some random rolls, then maybe I can generate enough hope to be able to do healing.
We just
What's some bullshit I can do
listen.
so that I can get...
Sick and free is better than sick and captured. So
You don't have to heal her. Just watch her. I'm going back upstairs. I go back upstairs.
I mean, we're talking about like 300 people who seem to be good. Like
I think these.
50 of them are at death's door. Like,
Yeah, I think
gotta
it's
go
the
find medical
upstairs
help
people.
somewhere.
I don't think that you would assume that they're at death's door. They're
They're just sick.
they are something's happening to them, but I don't think they don't look like they're going to die. They just don't look well,
To grab
And they're unresponsive.
and they're
Yeah.
unresponsive. Yeah.
You come in the room. I'm like holding one of his arms, and I
I
can't.
rolled a 26 to pick up Echo.
He picked me up with
26.
him.
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah. You pick up both of them.
in that
Here.
case, we gotta we gotta go to
can
the
I-
orphan car
I want to...
and
That's so
and
much worse
start
than
like a
I
tag team about like getting people in the car, driving them out of this effect, and
I want to try to... I'm going to take off my trench coat and try to make it into like a stretcher. Get some wooden poles and just
Yeah.
like...
Yeah. Yeah. You do that. I think that's pretty simple. It's not a complicated task.
and I guess grab a few bottles of water and go to the relatively healthy people and pass it out and get them trying to start to revive people and run back to the car.
Okay.
We gotta.
And I just keep trying to get people out of
And
the top
I'm
floor.
going
I'm
to make a
still
note
unlocking doors.
of where the effect ends. And
We don't even know that there is a spot where it ends.
I mean, we walked into it.
Yeah, it started, but we don't know that,
So if it ends, I make a note of it.
It doesn't,
It is just all of Vescarre.
as far as you can tell.
Shit.
I just had this vision of we cut to the recording studio and all of them are really upset because they can't play
Their voices stop. They're like skibbity doo ba ba, and then it's like skibbity doo ba.
Yeah, that's about right.
I'm gonna keep trying to let people out at the top floor. My goal is to get everyone out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna need a car for that as well. And
But the car won't work,
analog.
right?
Oh no,
Sam's
no,
isn't.
yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah,
So
Sam's is not analog.
I mean, my priority is just getting them out of the cells.
Yeah,
Like, I think the car will
there's
take.
gotta be a pharmacy.
I mean, there are, and you're in the right neighborhood for them. Like all the medical, no, it's not entirely. All of the doctors are in High Arcadia. They are private,
We have
direct
money.
access. No, you're right, but you don't necessarily have a person to go to be their client. You
But I mean, we
may
can find one and just offer them a ridiculous
Yeah, I
amount of
probably
money.
have
Yes.
one in my office, but
I
I don't know how
don't
we
even
would
think
get.
you would. No, that's like a private thing.
Okay.
That's like it's like insurance or something, right? Where it's like they pay for some part of it, but like it's you pick your doctor, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, where are you guys at this moment?
Upstairs trying to pick lock.
And I'm downstairs
Using
letting
keys.
everyone else out unless I'm gotten everyone.
And I am walking through the streets, the 10 minutes back, looking for some kind of medical help, some kind of way to transport people, food, and something, you know.
Shibble, are you back
Yeah,
with
can
me?
you find a
Yeah.
wheelchair store or something?
Yeah.
Wheelchair store.
Or a bus?
And
Can you
Shibble's
steal a
upstairs
bus?
with me.
Yeah.
Helping.
Um,
Probably destroying some
If I
doors.
see an analog bus, I will definitely steal it.
Analog bus.
analog bus.
That's the name of the ska band.
Yeah. They're not the daddies anymore.
Analog busted.
Two of them
That's their new
split up.
song.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are in all of these places that you just described. When you start to feel like a hum in your jaw, like it's impossible to like identify if it's like tinnitus or like what is it, but it builds with like a pressure over like minutes. Like I think you guys would all sort of, if you're around each other, you would be like,
Yeah.
the people in the brig, they're all sort of looking around like panic again. It doesn't stop. It just slowly builds. What do you do?
I think I'm like panicking and trying to go even faster and unlocking doors. Have I finished the downstairs at this point?
I think you probably made it through the majority of them. Give me a finesse check. If you beat 16, I'll say you got all of them.
Yeah, that's higher than 16.
Okay. So you you're able to unlock each door. You now have several hundred people with you. 300 or so.
How many are unconscious?
Most of them are fine.
Just the upstairs.
Just the upstairs people seem to be unconscious.
How many are upstairs?
I think we're gonna roll to do the upstairs.
Okay.
Do you want a tag team? I'll spin the hope.
Sure.
Okay. For mine, that is going to be a 25 with hope.
What?
Finesse. And for you, it would be strength, I'm assuming, because you're breaking them down.
Yeah, so that's 24 with hope.
Wow, we both did so good.
Great. So, you trying to get into every room and get
Yeah.
every person out?
I'm just trying to open the doors, at least.
Okay.
I can't move the people. I'm
Yeah.
weak from poison, and also I'm weak in the first place.
They are,
I am moving people.
you're moving people. Do you want to do all of the,
Ooh,
Well,
yeah,
you
you're
can use my
transporting, and
makeshift litter.
I'm unlocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
so where are you putting them?
Just downstairs.
Okay.
Just kind of laying them out on the floor, I guess.
Being gone with the wind.
Unfortunately.
Listen, we're not first responders. We're doing our best.
And I'm gonna indicate to the people who are conscious to gather outside.
So they start to gather outside. While outside, I think it would be pretty obvious to anybody who's outside that the sky looks real weird right now.
Is this a new god?
Now
It looks
people can't catch a break.
like the color of the light's real off. Like way in the red.
How does that affect the pink sun?
Do you look at the pink sun?
Yeah.
The pink sun is boiling.
What corporation's color is red?
You go ahead.
I don't mean it's red. I mean it's in the red side of the spectrum.
Oh, okay.
To be clear, what I mean is it's like instead of being like sort of natural sunlight, it starts like things are like the tint bar is to pink, basically.
And pink is Athenian.
Yeah. So like color looks like you're editing a photo, and you've taken the green slider into pink all the way outside. Everything outside looks like that.
But we don't see it because we're inside.
Yeah. Pink sun is boiling. It that feeling is constantly growing in you. And I think at this point, you watch as the pink sun starts to pour itself like a crucible, like liquid out of a crucible, onto the ground as around it like fire.
On the other hand, for
Everything-
someone looking to start a religion, this is real fertile ground.
And as it pours out, the pink sun itself seems to disappear. And it basically empties into sort of like a shape that's like building up, like glass that's like being blown, coiled, and it's glowing hot, but it's pink. And the whole time this is happening, the sound is getting much, much more intense. It's like you're both deaf and have severe tinnitus right now. It's the highest high pitched noise you can imagine, and within that, like a more grating sound starts to happen. As you guys watch this happen, the people who are outside, the people you've like shuffled outside, they want to go back in. They're going back in. They're like, fuck this. Absolutely not. No way. I'll go to jail. It's fine. Like, I'd rather be in jail
I'm
than
like,
this.
please be calm. Everything is okay.
As you say that, as you write this and hold up the sign, you lose the ability to see.
Just Sam?
Just Sam. It starts with a black spot in your
You know evil and speak no evil over here.
and it's almost like just right in front of your eyes. It grows, and it's not like, I mean, if you have migraines, it's not that. It's not like an overlay. It's like the light has sucked out of your vision. It's like the edges of a black hole.
I'm gonna like feel my way back into the jail along the cell.
Give me this is going to be a reaction roll. This is going to be agility. Yeah.
That is 14.
You don't make it back. You collapse outside. Or maybe like,
Do I trip over something, or I just collapse?
you just collapse. You can't use your body. You hear something on top of the things that everybody else is hearing. You're hearing a scream, like an aggressive, like high pitched wail of a scream. As again, everybody who's outside looking witnesses this sort of pink, almost like a soft serve thing, but it's glass, right? It's
Yeah.
like as it sort of coils up and into the shape of a massive person, like a Greek sculpture of glowing hot pink glass that falls to the ground on a knee. It's everything around it is burning. The whole city on that side, like this is the southern part of the Lowlight district. It is smoke, fire, everything this thing touches is
It's not where your house is it? Or your lair?
No.
no,
Okay,
My
good.
lair is in the Iron Ward, and my house is in Old Town.
no. This
Well,
is
yeah,
like a
but
couple
your
miles
lair.
from there.
Okay.
Okay, hold on a second. Once per ration, you would gain a condition. Describe how your full presence aids you in another situation, and you avoid hitting the condition.
Okay.
I think he gets paralyzed, but then he like finds this inner strength to like force himself up.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm still blind, but I can move at least.
Okay.
now.
Yeah,
So yeah,
look
you
at
start
all
to like feel your way along the wall. Everybody is hearing this overwhelming scream, high-pitched whistle kettle sound almost. It's in your bones. It's not from outside, it's from inside you. It feels like your bones are starting to boil. And everybody that is looking sees this person stand up.
Guys, I think we should move away from Vescarre.
We're fully inside. We should feel terrible and we don't know what's happening.
Yeah, you guys are likely not continuing what you're doing at this point.
How many did we get out with our 25 with hope?
Roll 2d12.
Oh, duh. That's my duality dice.
Yeah.
I don't know why I took them out of there. 11.
I think you got 11 people.
How many would that leave?
I don't think you know, because you'd have to go door by door by door.
Well, how many doors were there?
Yeah.
More than 20.
Okay. So, okay.
So are
So
we
you're-
gonna fight this thing?
Well,
Sam sure is.
funny that you say that, Sam Parker, because as you're feeling your way through here, you feel not just your bones boil, but your blood. You feel your head boil. You feel it feels like your eyes are melting in your head. You're still
That
up.
was a good run.
You're still up. You're still walking. You've never felt anything like this. You don't.
Do I run into Shibble at some point? Because Shibble's moving stuff
You-
back and forth, right?
Shibble's upstairs.
But isn't
Yeah, I'm
Shibble
also
moving
coming
people
down.
down?
Oh, yeah, you are
Yeah.
coming down? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think, then you probably run into Sam, but
Mhm.
Sam doesn't know it's you.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm like obviously like feeling my way. Like I'm not in a good way.
Shibble's a distinct texture, too.
Sam is bleeding from his eyes and his ears again,
Oh.
but it's silver. It's like mercury
Oh.
coming down his face.
Two babies. They're coming out of
Is
your
it?
eyes.
Water, bro.
Plasmodius.
Um,
Get me to a hospital.
as the tears fall down, as like the not tears, but as the liquid drips out of his ears and nose, it starts to sort of lift like off, like with a shimmering sort of like effect as it lifts up and disappears into the sky, one little drop at a time around him. He doesn't know that's happening because he's blind right now.
Do I feel anything with that?
You tell me.
I mean, I imagine I'm like, oh, the weird liquid on my face. Like,
And then it's like, woo.
Yeah. I think what you feel is like your face is warm, like you're sweating or something. And it is warm suddenly. That is another element of this. There's heat. Like there's a fire. You can smell it. You can see it. It's there's fire. So yeah, I mean, I think you probably think you're
I'm
sweating.
feeling a lot.
Yeah. You all hear sound of rushing air into a vacuum, screaming as out of the Vision and Codex building at full torpedo speed rises a massive mercury ball as Sam's head splits open.
God.
What if God was insane?
And
The gods are gonna find each other.
as this mercury ball screams and a million faces and moments and scenes play out across it, and the pink massive glass man starts to run one step at a time, and his arm turns into a giant weapon, and the mercury squeals and pops and bursts into fire, and like little droplets of fire, not the whole thing. And that's, I think, where we're gonna
I
end the
like that
session.
Nadezhda's the only one who can see what's
Yeah.
When you say my head splits open, do I split in half?
No,
Like,
it's like trepanning.
there's like a hole in my head and
They're on
Yeah.
handing it.
Yeah.
Not the
I mean,
first time that
Nadezhda
word has been
can-
used in this show.
What's
I
that?
want to be clear that Nadezhda is just done with this book.
at this point, Sam's
Nadezhda's
done
like,
with this.
oh, a pharmacy. Has her invisible moves kick in a window, comes in, and starts getting like
You're stuffing your pocket.
aspirin.
You guys, there's no you are ill. Like you're just like the pressure sense
I mean,
of all of this happening is like it's making everybody vomit.
at this point, Sam's like, I wonder what Helicos is like this time of year.
Yeah, that's the session. So we're gonna
Maybe
go into
Anywhere.
Noble Humans. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Welcome to Noble Humans, where we survived.
Yeah, we
Question
did.
mark.
Question mark. Okay. Anybody in the audience have any questions? Let us know. Otherwise, cast. Any thoughts, feedback, etc.
No, any thoughts?
This keeps getting
One.
worse in this city.
Yeah.
Those gods are gonna fight each other. It's not our problem.
I mean, I
What if
think they're
I
going to
wanna
make
fight
it a
one?
problem.
Be my guest, but I need you alive. We saw what happens when I don't have you around.
Also, now I'm wondering if all of the God in my head is gone. Because that would be nice, I guess.
Any questions or anything? No. Okay. Well,
I think we're just
Not
absorbing
that you're
it
gonna
right now.
answer. So,
you can ask
what's wrong with the people in the prison?
upstairs.
Yeah.
You don't know. Yeah. I mean, the answer is you don't know. The answer is like something, but you don't know what.
Uh-huh.
We did
Very
find out.
helpful.
I realized, and we had promptly forgotten when I was doing the transcripts, that people have been just spontaneously dying from using magic.
Yep.
So maybe it's related in some way, but I don't know. That was from Lena that we heard.
I
that.
wonder if the spell gride's going to come back.
It better. We need it. I
For
mean,
yourself.
well,
Yeah, right. I'm good. I
can't-
got
I
mine.
can't
I
speak.
can't. There's no spell grid.
I can't speak. For like,
No, the silence
the
isn't
rest
the
of
spell
them.
grid. I'll say that for sure.
no. I just can't.
Silence was a fear that somebody else spent.
Next Chappie, probably.
No, it was Edmund, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course. Etten loves to like spend
Yeah.
their fear on me.
Yeah,
So
it was
thank
good. It
you.
worked well. It was very thematically appropriate.
I also like it too because like I was so bossy this whole episode, and they're like, you can't speak for the rest of the day.
Pretty much Sam's worst nightmare.
Even when the thing wears off, you still won't be able to speak.
So that's an environmental effect called the dark eats sound.
Ooh.
Yeah.
If Sam can't mouth off, who even is he?
4 weeks ago when we were like, hey, what's up with this throne? That's kind of weird.
Yeah. Now it's high speed
Everything else seems
apocalypse.
pretty normal.
But yeah, I feel like this is really going to help me get people to join my new religion. Because I imagine that most people in Vescarre are pretty upset.
They're gonna really put their faith into gods.
Fogbob redeemed on-screen celebration. What is that?
What is that?
mean?
Oh.
I don't know.
I don't know. Someone go get some Kringle.
Thank you, Pogbo.
Yeah, there you go.
Should I do something? I don't know what to do.
Celebrate.
Celebrate. Just take my pills. What's that song? No, what's that?
What?
That medicine, like that Celebrex or whatever.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Celebrate.
Guys,
Celebrate.
celebrate good times.
Come on.
Da-da-da-da-da. I'm gonna do a thing real quick.
Do a thing.
Oh, we also need to spend some time emoting for the camera.
Yes.
for
Oh yeah,
birthday.
we need to do that.
And
yeah,
we
good
should
call.
try to raid somebody before we go off.
but-
Yeah, we're gonna try to
Is
make
our no but humans only 2 minutes? Like, is that all?
I just don't know what else there is to say at this point.
I don't feel like we can go anywhere unless we have more information.
I mean, a lot happened before the ground.
Yeah, there's plenty of that.
But it's
I like our
negated by this continuous rolling apocalypse. We're like, hey, we got 9 orphans.
Oops. 8, 7, 6. Uh-oh.
They're not dead.
Oh no, never going up. Never again.
Oh no.
Remember when you were mildly upset because 2 guys got
I gifted a sub. I guess.
Yeah.
Accidentally.
got
Eric
killed
had a
by
question
random
for you.
things?
If you look at the
Yeah,
chat.
question.
They kill Rom or something. Yeah, Rom, but on the one from Deep Space Nine,
Oh,
not the other one. Not the one from Eldenborn. Blood Ring.
If Cordelia could see what was happening, she would be sorely disappointed that she is now only the second scariest thing that Sam has seen today.
There are. I think you do see
I'm
up
gonna
the
say
window.
third, at least. There's 2 crazy gods. out
Okay,
there.
I count that as an event, which is one thing.
Fair. Fair. I think you do see that there are like I'm gonna do another sub.
It's just like, I can't believe I thought it mattered that I created a child army. Turns out, no.
They were going to die anyway, horribly. So.
They're not gonna die. They're safe.
A
Ambiguously.
enormous fiery man is running through the city.
Through the low light district, nobody's
yeah,
there
we're
from-
being-
that we care about.
We're being
Only the
Godzilla,
poor will die.
we're being Godzilla versus King Kong right now.
Be sweet.
We've got multiple kaiju.
Yeah, you've been freezed real fast. When you
Yeah, that was
Wait.
great. Can I say a big rose to that?
Yeah.
That was great.
So good.
Well, all
You-
week I was like, I like with the point. Like I feel like it's got to go to her head at least a little bit.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
she's been trying to avoid it for so
Yeah,
long.
yeah.
That like,
Anyone who could actually put Sam in his place.
Yeah, that was great.
and I try not to change her thoughts too much. It's
Yeah.
like act on every single impulse you have
Yeah.
because you deserve to.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you worked hard and you earned it.
Right. You paid it. You paid the price.
I just want to give a shout out to how amazing the Shibble enrichment zone is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it.
Oh, fun with soup.
Probably the soup's going to come to life and boil it all on her skin.
This is the problem. You overdo it. You're like, hey, this is real good soup, and here's a saucy chef.
We're all dead. Have fun.
And you're like,
The chef's name we never asked him.
Russian zone with
I'll
our
have to come up with a name for it. I
Okay.
need an appropriate one.
ska capella band and everything.
There's no more ska capella. The music has died.
Yeah.
You're like you're watching two gods fight.
Sorry for stealing your daddies. You work for me now.
I'm also
God.
picturing they're like signing a contract. It's like, all right, you get 1 hour of studio time, and as soon as they sign the contract, the sound goes out. This shouldn't count.
Yeah.
I am gonna keep stamping stuff until I find out what it does.
It's gonna turn out to be something the whole.
I'm gonna give you a little pointer on that.
Don't.
The wax
Oh, okay.
is a key element to the process.
Like as soon as you add the wax, everything you stamped will
Otherwise, you're just
explode.
smacking something with a spoon.
Okay, but then why did it make me go like?
Yeah, I was
Because I'm trying to imply that like something magical almost happened.
Edward, you had to end up fear.
A spectator.
Nobody.
I love it. Keep it coming.
This is real life.
No,
fear.
it means I get to say. So I'm gonna
yeah.
give you a challenge to incorporate
Okay.
into the next.
Oh my god, I love this idea.
Is it into the
I love this idea.
the thing we're doing next week, or is it into when we come back to this one?
When we come back to this one.
Okay.
Oh yeah, update. So the next 2 weeks we are doing kind of a side questy to
Back room.
yeah, like a
I like how before this episode you were like, you guys should prepare what you want to do in your downtime, and then we just like, no, all the gods are fighting.
Yeah, I was like, Jaime, you don't want to, like, that would be silly to end on, like, some crazy cliffhanger in the middle of a scene.
Yeah, I was like, it's okay. There's some good cliffhangers. Okay.
Okay, what's
I mean,
your
this
challenge?
is very much a mid-season finale.
Yeah.
Sure,
vibe.
Act 1
like
finale
somebody like
of the
pointed a
musical.
gun at the camera and went bang.
But
Yeah.
this is going to be one of those
bang,
things.
and they're like, it will return
Yeah.
in
It-
3 weeks.
It's going to be one of those things where when it returns, it's result in like 5 minutes.
Wait,
You're like, that
quickly.
was it.
Quickly, let's do when Welcome to Vescarre return montage. Okay, go.
Okay. We see that the burning rubble of Vescarre has caught on fire again.
Esther.
At least 5 times I walk into a room that one of my brothers has just walked out. I get to think that, like, we've never seen them all in one place. I think she's just playing her brother.
And then you see Sam run in and say, Shibble, all the orphans are exploding.
Thank you, Bugbo. Okay, we see Cordelia just like counting coins.
Scrooge McDuck bald.
I got more soup.
You're drinking soup, and we see behind you in the window a fire.
I'm drinking soup, but there are 2 straws coming out of it.
Oh, Ram.
Shibble.
So, okay, so what's the challenge? What do I incorporate? Which of these do I do?
Wait, you see me walk into a room and say, Aaron with an E, how dare you?
Dun dun dun.
I finally put wax on the stamp, but we don't see what it does.
It closes an envelope.
No, it
100%
no, it does more than that.
Mysterious super.
We pan up to the sky, and there's 30 different suns of different colors.
Okay, let's not do 2.
That's how we go to the pride stream. There's a rainbow of suns.
I'm writing mysterious super down with 5 stars next to it so we don't forget.
I thought it was just gonna be Azure when we reunite.
Oh,
Friend soup.
Oh,
yeah,
you,
yeah.
Now
okay.
you've ruined mysterious super.
Or it could be a
You want me to be-
no, it's
Sure.
I
okay.
don't want me to be mean.
By all means.
Let me riz up a prisoner.
Prison Riz? Yeah.
We're going to do the other mid-season finale thing.
You
What?
can raise up a
We
phrase
jump to a month later.
Oh, interesting. Do you want to do that?
a month
Oh,
later.
that would be. But I can't
don't
even
get
comprehend what would happen in
I
another
don't think
month.
we can.
We're tier 3.
Yeah, but
One
God,
fight God.
at least it must be tier
Yeah,
4.
That could be right.
2 of them. I do like this challenge.
Bongo said 5 more hours.
Raise them up. Lol, says that.
There we go.
Another year's been spent. So we can tuck it away.
Okay.
We could
I'll
do
put it
a
away.
time skip of
Oh, somebody. I mean, me. I'll take a picture.
whatever length. 30
Yeah,
days.
there's definitely a lot of interesting things Sam has to do during that time. So
What's Arden
do you
gonna?
guys really want to do a time skip? Do you
Well,
want
I
to do
don't
that?
know.
I think that could be really cool.
It could be. It could go. I think it could go either way, but I'm open to it. I'm open to it.
I just quietly rolled him. Okay, Sam's dead. Cordelia's dead. Shibble's alive.
Shibble is alone. I don't know. We can think about
Okay.
it.
Andrew.
Add some more.
As your dances back into the scene. Hey guys. Whoa. Oh. I'm a baby.
And you just see Azure.
After credit
We
scene.
see the recording of Azure talking to his past self, and he's just like, "This was a bad one, God."
You have to reload the whole thing again.
You can't let her.
You hit a save state, right?
Old Asher and new Asher. I feel like this was a real no moment.
We're keeping this one out of the record.
You can't let her win the challenge. You can't let Shibble have the soup.
With that, immediately. I did not steer into the skid.
Or if it crashes your car.
I give it a
Yeah,
good vote.
oh, that's absolutely happening. I just want to be clear, super clear on that. That's happening.
That's how they learn.
It probably doesn't crumple that much.
Yeah,
That thing built for looks, not safety.
it's got 0 crumple zones.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll see if we come back to a 1 month later. I don't know if we
About
will,
it.
but
A month is a long time.
it's so long. Yeah.
The world is going to end in the next 24 hours. Let's skip a month.
Well, I mean, we've been playing for almost a year, and we have done 1 month of real time so far. So.
Yeah, and we have to at least get to the next day because I can't speak till the end of the day. So
What if the rest of the campaign is just in this day?
and I'm just like, she's gonna be real mad when everybody else can start to speak again and she can't. It's okay. She needs to be taken down a peg.
So funny. He's just being like, fuck out of my house.
Not my blessed boy.
What emotion should we emote? Like, yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, do you want me to because I always
give
do
us
like
some prompts for.
Yeah.
hold on.
Chat, what emotion should we emote?
Yeah, give us some prompts, chat. Some pose prompts for the thumbnail.
We're going to make silly faces for our YouTube thumbnail.
Satisfaction from Marcus. And redeemed spend a fear.
Where are they?
Is that our
What?
emotion
They're
fear?
gone.
Emotion.
I mean,
What?
I'm
I put the fear away. Fear away. I don't know why I said it like that.
Oh, the emotion of spend a fear. That's really interesting.
The emotion of spend a fear. Oh, if you got what you guys feel versus what I feel. Okay, I'll do it. I'll be like, let's do
Marcus said satisfaction.
yeah, let's do satisfaction. Do Eric Pride's satisfaction. But no, what is it? Song.
I can't get no satisfaction.
No. Eric Pride's it's an electronic song.
Do the
I-
classic D20.
I think this is my satisfaction. Phase.
What's that?
It's sort of
Yeah,
like
I don't
the classic.
call on me. Call on Etten. What is that?
Call on me.
Etten?
Yeah, that one. Call on me. That's the song. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you wanted us to call us.
Please raise your hand in
All
the chat.
after dance.
Yeah.
Call me, call me. There's no lyrics to that song. It's literally it. But it's a very good song. Yeah, it's very-
And you get an A in the class. We called on you. And
Yeah.
You get an A.
Your participation grade is 100%.
Everybody in the
Oh,
audience
everyone hold up a
participation
D.
grade is 100%.
Well, it'll have to be a D12.
Hey, we'll hold up D12s. Yeah.
But yes, we can. Hopefully that's a good enough. Okay, yes, Fogbo, you also get an A.
Yes, you do.
Yes, everybody
You
does.
get an A+.
Literally everybody does.
Sorry, and you also get an A+.
Where's my other D12? Where is it? Yeah.
Can I buy it?
Nobody on fucking dice right now. That's where the mercury was coming from. Yeah. Okay. So these will hopefully be the thumbnail
It's like
indicated.
a
Although I will
squirrel.
say, I guess. Oh, that was the thing. That was the suggestion that I made earlier. Was how do you think your character is feeling right now? That's the emotion.
Not good.
Yeah, wait. What? You were skipping a different part. Like right now, I'm just like,
Literally, that was the whole thing. Like
100%.
right now.
No.
right now, I'm like covering my ears, huddled. I'm like curled up in the upstairs hallway with like half the open door.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
vomiting into the box of moans.
Yeah, but at least the moans are muffled.
The box of moans is moaning still, but it's a disgusting
I
moan.
still wanna-
Or it's the only object that's making
Yeah.
that are normal.
Yeah.
I still one of the bowler hats. and that's what I
Interdimensional.
throw up into. Oh, I have a new one. I was about asserting my dominance.
Macho
gosh.
Shibble has just carried 11 people down a flight of stairs
Yeah.
and watched Sam bleed out of his head.
With like mercury, as the mercury like lifts
Yeah.
off his body, like
Just
yeah.
You know, this is the second episode in a row Cordelia has ended up throwing up on the floor.
I think you ate something bad, maybe some bad milk or something.
And the second episode in a row where Nadezhda is just completely out of the building.
and probably the fourth episode where I'd had random silver shit flying out of my head.
Yes, that's for
I'm
sure.
half a mile away.
All right, guys. Well, that's gonna be it for us, I think. What?
Sorry, I just remember
Yeah.
you being like, well, how you get to the jail? It's about a half mile away. And I'm like, it's a 10-minute walk.
Yeah. Yeah.
And our eyes locked.
Yeah. No, I was there. I knew what was happening.
He's like, of course they're gonna go to the jail. There's something they
No,
want.
in my
to.
notes, I just said like, where are they gonna do downtime? That's what I said.
Yeah, the good question, Jaime.
I don't think we did any downtime.
Downtime.
A second.
No, it did a little bit, but I hope
Gods are fighting.
we
Had soup.
We did have
True.
have gods
Yeah.
are fighting at home.
But nobody
Hey.
rolled anything on the soup. It's like no downtime actions. So I think we just had a good time.
we didn't lose any stress on the soup.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Make sure to come back next week. We're doing a 2-week sort of side quest.
With level 9 characters.
Yeah, level 9 characters doing some cool backroomsy fun adventure stuff. Different characters, same setting ish. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and everybody, hope you have a wonderful weekend.
I will say as a sneak preview, my character that I'm playing has appeared in this show once, very briefly.
Oh, that's fun. Oh yeah, actually, I need to ask all of you what you're doing for that. So.
Do you want us to give you our concepts right now?
Not right now.
Okay.
Not right now. But I would, if you don't mind sending them to me.
Yep.
Because I will immediately forget everything you say. So, I exist in literally a constant present now, and there is no past or future. So.
Excellent.
All right, bye-bye. On that note, bye-bye.